Come on, get out of the way. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Logie, hello, welcome in. So sorry about yesterday. My doctor's appointment took way longer than I ever thought it would. So I apologize for having to reschedule to today, but here we are. Our first ever and hopefully only Thoughtful Thursday. So, today's a terrible day for it now because it's in the 70s out, but just in general, with the temperatures getting colder, I kind of wanted to focus a little bit on Indevity. Hello, friend. How are you today? I wanted to focus a little bit today on seasonal changes that can make anxiety and depression and struggles more difficult. I honestly, full disclosure, I prefer the colder weather. Fall, winter, spring. I'm good, but even better at a demon stream. Oh, thank you so much, Dev. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. So for me personally, I prefer the colder temperatures because I'd rather stay inside. And I like the longer nights. I don't know, I'm more of a night owl than a day person. I don't know, it's what I enjoy better. So for me personally, I get excited for this time of year. However, I also enjoy it because it gives me more time to read books. It gives me more time to play video games. When it's cold and miserable, nobody wants to go outside, right? But at the same time, for a lot of people, being inside and having less hours of sunlight can really take a toll. So I'm just gonna put out there a couple of things that I typically do every day, I guess, even in the summer. But it sort of helps get through the days, sort of. I work better if I have a set schedule. So, if I plan things out, I'll write a list and say I want to do all these things today. And even if the list is only 3 things long, I try to spread them out so I have productive points throughout the day where I feel accomplished. A lot of it's just general taking care of my home activities, cooking, cleaning, all that nonsense. But because I am home every day, I only need to do a couple a day to keep up with it. So just planning those little things out, making sure I open all the windows, all the blinds when I get up in the morning so the sun comes in for however few hours it's there. I never used to make my bed, but I've started making my bed. Otherwise, I feel like if I'm having a rough day, sometimes I'll be like, I could go lay down. But if I'm going back to school later, but this time, strangely, willingly. Have you not been going to school, Dev? Or have you just been going, taking class from home, online, like they were doing here for a bit? Honestly, though, Dev, I would love to be, just a little bit would love to be back in high school. I feel like oh no, I'm in school every day, 6 hours a day. Got it. Well, you said it was strange that you were going back willingly. So I wasn't sure if it's something you didn't really want to do. But if I could be your age and go back through schooling again, I think you guys call it secondary school. We call it middle school and high school. Hi, Iz. Welcome in, Izzy. Hope you're having a great day. I just realized that tonight is open evening and the departments look for students that will help out. Oh, I gotcha. Totally follow Dev. I would love to go back and do high school all over again, but with the knowledge that I have now at my age, I would love to go back and go through school again knowing what I know now, I just feel like it would be a completely different experience because I would care less about certain things that mattered so much to me when I was a kid. Why do you hate me, Streamlabs? There it goes. Okay. You're welcome for the shout out is Squeaky. Hello, friend. How are you? It's been a while. Hope you're having a good day. So, yeah. I mean, just, so what we were talking about is, obviously today's topic that I posted was, like, how the cooler temperatures and the cold and the shorter days can affect mental health, especially for people who aren't usually depressed. It's called seasonal depression, and being inside more tends to make them feel depressed and anxious and all those things. So I was just going over things that I do every day that I use to attempt to help prevent some of it. Did I miss Wellness Wednesday? No, Dev. Wellness Wednesday was supposed to be yesterday, but I got stuck at a doctor's appointment way longer than I anticipated. I didn't get home until an hour after I was supposed to start stream, so I moved it to today and now. So today is Thoughtful Thursday instead of Wellness Wednesday this week. Hopefully a one-time only thing. So we're gonna... You did make it. Yes. That's awesome advice to share. Thanks, Iz. Yeah, so, getting out of bed, like, at a reasonable hour. I mean, reasonable for me is 9:30 at the very latest, and I only say that because usually I'm up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I just can't sleep. I love my Wellness Wednesdays. I love them too, Dev. I really do. Like, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a therapist. I don't have those degrees. But I'm someone who struggles with mental health, so I feel like at least sharing what works for me might give people ideas for things that might help them. Makes my Wednesdays just a bit better. Thanks, Dev. So when I get out of bed in the morning, once my wife is up, I make the bed. Open all the blinds to let the sunlight in. I usually make a cup of coffee because just the smell of coffee makes me happy. So I make coffee in the morning. Sometimes it's decaf. I've been up since 3:30 today. I don't know, Miss Demon is awesome. Izzy, you're awesome too. Don't forget. So yeah, so I make my coffee in the morning, whether it's regular or decaf. Well, at least, like, the aroma of coffee just makes me happy. So, I love my coffee. I'm on cup number 2, I think 2, not 3. I could use a cup 3. Smartest thing you've said since Slimy Balls. Definitely needed a Wellness Wednesday yesterday. It was a long day, but today will be better. Oh no, I'm sorry I missed Wellness Wednesday yesterday. I was really bummed. It's my favorite day of the week. Mostly because I don't have to play a scary game, but also because I get to talk to y'all. And just, it's not even like I'm doing anything special. I'm just sort of walking through what I do for me and hope that maybe it helps somebody. Sorry to hear that, but you're right. Today will be better. It will be. Positive affirmations, right? So, this morning I woke up really early, so I had a lot of time to think. And I slept for 3.5 hours. That was it. Got up before the rooster and the sun today. So, I thought this might be, the topic sort of just popped into my head. Okay, we're done with that. Just making sure I didn't miss anything in chat. I just realized you guys were talking to each other. Okay. So yeah, the coffee, the things, I don't know. It's just my favorite day. I don't know if it's the no scary things or just talking about things that, like, mean something special to me. I'm pretty sure you're all on my Discord, but I even put a quote in there this morning. I had to go back and find it now because I don't remember what it was. The gist of the quote was that you thanking me for the bird is the word? I think you're thanking me for the bird is the word. If you're not, you should thank me for the bird is the word because, oh well. Bird, bird, bird. That is one of my favorite episodes, for the record. Haha, you get it? You get it because the song was on the record? And Peter was obsessed with it? Where is my quote? Way the heck back here? Okay. So your present circumstances don't determine where you can go, they merely determine where you start. I don't know, it sort of hit me different in the middle of the night. For whatever reason. That was a good one. Well, thanks, Iz. I don't know, just, like, I've seen it a couple of times before, and I was like, oh yeah, that's true. But for some reason this morning it sort of hit different. So I figured I'd share it. I have my therapy session this afternoon, which I'm kind of looking forward to. It's been a little bit longer than I usually go. I think it's usually every 6 days I see her, and I think it's been 9, which is a lot. It's too many. That's the point where things start to get jumbled up. I took my pain out on my therapist. What did you buy? Sorry, Squeaky, I was thinking about the joke. It took me a minute to get it. Could you tell? For a minute there, I was actually thinking of different credit card company names to try to figure it out, and then it clicked. I'm a little embarrassed to admit that. I'm glad you had some shopping therapy. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I see my therapist this afternoon. That's where I was. So it's just been you know how, like, just your brain just has 500 things going up here and then there's 10 other things going on back here. Seeing her regularly helps me sort of, like, file everything in the right file so it's not a jumbled mess. Miss Demon, I'm thinking of doing a birthday subathon. Your thoughts? That could be fun. Have you ever done a subathon before in Davide? Hydrate. Loki, do you want water or can I drink my coffee? Got some work clothes and party stuff. Manga's birthday is the 20th. Are we doing a Halloween theme party? I have not. No, I've never done a subathon either. But it sounds exciting. You get to think of what kind of challenges you would do. Like, I see people do their subathon and they do, like, Bean Boozled beans. I'm not doing that. They do sour candies, but I like sour candies. I could do pickle juice shots, but I also really like pickle juice. I mean, I could also do, like, apple cider vinegar shots, but I love apple cider vinegar. Like, I already know that if I do, I'm making myself a Nutella sandwich. Ew. No, I don't do Nutella. Nope. Like, the foods I don't recommend. Like, 2 slices of bread with Nutella on each slice, then slap them on my cheeks. Oh. It's Blue's Clues theme. My husband wants to go through an awesome Halloween party when he's a bit older right now. He will be too. And he won't remember. Got it. I mean, yeah, you could totally make yourself a Nutella sandwich. If that's what you want. I feel like that's creative. I don't think I've seen anybody else do that. I've seen people do, like, shaving cream or whipped cream on their face. Can you see Duncan? He's been in bed all morning and now all of a sudden, little elephant ass over here. That's what I think, because his butt doesn't have much fur on it. But it does sound funny, Dev. Sounds like it'd be a good time. Duncan. Did Loki say if he wanted I'll just drink coffee, and if he changes his mind, I'll drink water after. Okay. There we go. It would be on the 25th of October, and I would try and hit my follower goal that June. I'm at 124 to 150. Very nice, Dev. I went completely white girl and ate a pumpkin spice bagel with pumpkin spice cream cheese. Wow. Are you also watching Mean Girls and wearing pink? You see? I joke. You're so close in Devity, you'll get that. You sure will. Did you drink it with a pumpkin spice latte? Of course she did, Dev. Do you even need to ask? Of course she did. Mine is just plain Colombian brew coffee this morning. No more caffeine after that cup, though. Maybe one more cup. So yeah, opening all the windows. Back to my topic of discussion. Like I feel attacked. Squeaky. The question is though, did you drink a pumpkin spice latte with it? Because if you did, so what? Do you like it? Does it make you happy? Do it. Hello. Hope all is well. Hi, Chris. How are ya? I'm doing quite well, my friend. Yes, I did. No, don't cry. Don't be ashamed of that, Squeaky. It's okay to be basic sometimes. If it makes you happy on the inside, I suppose. Right? Because what else? What does anybody else's opinion matter? It's great to hear. I'm glad to hear you're doing well too, friend. Just catching up on Wellness Wednesday since we weren't able to do it yesterday, so we threw it into Thoughtful Thursday today. Okay, I'm gonna go eat some soup so I don't starve while at school. Squeaky stay awesome, Izzy stay awesome, Chris stay awesome, Demon stay awesome, and last of all, eat some baked beans. Ew! Baked beans. Take care, Dev. You're awesome. Never forget that. She's right, Dev. Don't forget it. Ew, baked beans. I couldn't do all those things that you guys do on your stream. Because I like all those things. And the things I don't like, I'm not willing to eat. I don't do spicy. So you gotta be careful with spicy because you can overdo it and make yourself sick. So we're not doing spicy. And then, like most other foods are hard no's. I don't recommend it, Miss Demon. No, I'm absolutely not doing Bean Boozled. I don't like jelly beans ever at all of any kind. So what? Like, why would I put myself through that? I've seen you do it, I've seen Tis Fizzy do it. No, absolutely not. I'm all set. Why would I want to put myself through that? Sorry, I'm multitasking. No, jelly beans aren't gonna happen. Not even like regular Starburst jelly beans or whatever brand of jelly beans people eat. I don't know. I don't eat jelly beans of any kind. But the toothpaste one tastes so good. I mean, it's mint. I like mints. Yeah. No, Iz doesn't like mint. That's right. You know how I know this? She doesn't like minty mashed peas. I know. That's what I'm saying is, I knew you didn't like mint. That's why you don't get mint in your mushy peas. Mushy peas with mint is a thing in England. Google it. That's right, Misty Mint. See? The noodle's working today. You know what I need? I need to make a chatting screen that looks better because you just see like mostly the game and we're just chatting, and I feel like I need to address that. That'll be a today task, after stream task, after therapy task. Minty mashed peas, indeed. Yep. It's like mushy peas with mint leaves or a mint leaf or a little sprig of mint. I don't really know. Lurk Bean. Gotta go AFK for a bit. Good luck, have fun. Thank you so much for being here, Mike. I think I need to try that, UK. Here I come. You want to try minty peas? Really? That appeals to you? I like mint, but I wouldn't want mint with my peas. I'd love to go to the UK. Can you take me with you, Squeaky? Have a girls' trip? That would be fun. All the tea I could have. I mean, just once. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Can you pull out therapy? Bring therapy with UK hype. Indeed. But Squiggy, if we're gonna go, we need to go to Stonehenge while we're there. Can't go. Where else do we need to go? What other places? Yeah, Squeaky, you bring therapy and I'm there. Thanks for the shout out, Miss Demon. You're way too kind. Oh, you're very welcome, my friend. I mean, why wouldn't I shout you out? You come here and show love and support, and I gotta show you love and support right back. It's just the way it works. In my heart, that's how it works. Okay, so we're gonna rewind slightly. Sorry I missed Wellness Wednesday yesterday. Doctor's appointment took way too long. So today we are making up for it with Thoughtful Thursday. Today's topic is sort of dealing with seasonal depression. I personally love colder temperatures and shorter days because I prefer it when it's dark out, and I like to stay in my own house and read books and play video games, and colder temperatures are a perfect excuse to do so. But I mean, most times I'm happy, but some days, like, in the house again. Like, it's 5 degrees outside. Not really interested in all that nonsense. But, I feel like me getting out of bed and making my bed in the morning, like, to not let myself go back and lay down, it can help. Opening all the blinds to get all the sunlight in while it's actually light outside, so you get your fill of vitamin D for the day. Because wrap up all cozy, yeah, a big hoodie and a blanket and a cup of coffee or tea and a book. Actually, it's like this now because I have the Kindle, so it's not. I miss books, like real books that make your fingers hurt because you gotta hold it all wonky to make the pages stay open, and then your thumb is killing you. Hot chocolate. I can do hot chocolate. I like mint in my hot chocolate. I know that's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I take peppermint stick to use to stir my hot chocolate and let it melt. Oh. I love mint and chocolate together. I'm really sorry, is. Makes me all warm and cozy inside. Mexican hot chocolate. That's what you call it? I also like hot chocolate with salted caramel in it. So like salted caramel hot chocolate. Yeah. Yep. I prefer to put peppermint sticks in mine. My wife prefers Andes candies in hers hot chocolate. Ooh, now you're talking. We use cinnamon instead of mint. Cinnamon? I bet you that's delightful. I've never considered putting cinnamon in my hot chocolate. Oh. I mean, it's cold enough I could make hot chocolate today. I mean, I could go make it now. We could have a taste test on stream. Or I can make it for Saturday morning. What's the temp there? It's 62 right now. Warm enough for cool enough for hot chocolate. It's supposed to actually get up into the 70s. It's usually been, the past week or so, it's been in the 50s. So it's been perfect. Hoodie weather. I opened my windows today and I grabbed my hoodie because I thought I'd be cold. But it's lovely. Hi. Had to come in very fast. I'm at work, but I wanted to show love. You look perfectly great. You have a good stream, and I love Sims. Thanks, Dev. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you stopping by. Hi, today is 90. It is hot. Oh, we're about the same temperature. Yep. Dev, I appreciate you taking time out of your work day to come by. I can't words today at all. So, we'll keep talking, but I want to get Sims going. Oh no, my controller turned off. I did want to let you guys know, I had planned for Sims to be like cool and calm and relaxed. But then, the wife just had a baby and it turned out to be triplets. So now there's 3 very tiny humans and a grade schooler running around this house. And I went from being responsible from 3 people to 6 people, and I'm about to lose my... And 7 if you count the dog. So it's bananas. It's going to be a little stressful. But not stressful enough that I can't talk, because I don't really care about anybody but the older kid. There's a special skill set you'll get, like if you have a baby and you... Oh, my controller batteries are low. Oh, please tell me this is charged. Otherwise, we're going to have to plug it in. Maybe. We'll see if that works. I think I charged them. I don't remember. So when I had planned to just have 2 children, the thought was have the little boy that I've already, like, started leveling up all his skills. Because if you level up every single skill before the character goes up in age, so he'll go from being a child to being a teenager, if you unlock all of the skills completely before he ages up, you get like bonus skills and whatnot. Sims is much more complicated than it used to be. I feel like it would be better if I had it on PC, but we're just gonna do what we're gonna do. So triplets. I'm not sure where the red hair comes from because neither the mother nor... Oh, he's at work. Nor the father have red hair. Oh, he's leaving for work now. But he's got his spacesuit on, so he can't. So I don't understand how he goes to orbit and back every day. Like, he goes to the moon. Not me thinking this was an actual... Like, how can I level up my kid? No. I don't... Squeaky, I don't have kids. I have dogs. One of them's right here. This is Duncan. Are you cold? Your butt's chilly. He's a little sleepy in the morning. No, not real kids. I don't have kids, I have dogs. That's why I was so confused. My eldest started playing. I would love to get all the DLC because I feel like there's so much more that the game could be. Pets are furry babies too. That's true. I know they're furry babies, but they're not children. There's only so much you can teach a dog. Child's mind is vast and far more open than most adults that I know. I know. So yeah, now I have 4 children, 3 of which are toddlers. They all have mullets, it would seem. Does this kid look like he has a mullet? Oh no, it's like... Is he wearing a hat? Is that what's happening? Is this child wearing a hat? Oh yeah. Well, that hat looks ridiculous. Who put a hat on you? And this little redhead, I don't know who's... Oh god, where are we going? I don't know whose child this little redhead is, but neither parent is a redhead, so I'm a little concerned that one of the triplets is a redhead, if I'm being honest. And then this little guy over here. Is that a ponytail? Is it pulled back? Oh no. Also has a bandana on. What is happening with these children? Who dressed them? Because it wasn't me. I don't care. They're not important. Whatever. All I care about is my kid. This one. I don't know where he is right now. Oh, he's at school. Okay. Well then, why are you sad? What do you need? Tell a story. Come on, tell a story. I guess we'll just meander around as these little kids for right now. Why are we all sad and crying? What is your issue, child? What? Left behind. What? Are you for real? This kid's sad over nothing? Whatever. Oh, the imagination skill. Alright, if we look at my... Where is he? His name is Oliver. Let's look at his skills. I'll show you. No. Not buy toys. Skills. So his charisma is almost an 8. His creativity's maxed out. I'm not really going to worry about fishing so much because he's not going to be a fisherman when he grows up. Logic needs to go up. His mental health, or his mental capacity's gone up. Mischief I won't worry about. His motor skills are maxed. Photography's not a big deal. His social skills are maxed. We'll probably level up his video game skill because, of course. He knows how to play the violin. So a couple of things I'll mess with. I just want to get the charisma up and the logic all the way up. And probably gaming because, of course. When he gets home from school, that'll be my primary focus. But for now, child, don't be such a crybaby. She's not even dressed. She wears tall socks and shorts and a t-shirt. I don't dress these people. The only one I dressed is Oliver. He's the only one I care about. I make sure the parents go to jobs so that the kid has all the money for the things he wants and needs. But I did name all the characters when they came in. Oh my god. Are you kidding me, dude? Did you see the mess he just made? Are you serious? What is happening? I didn't realize the volume was on that. Sorry. What is happening with this toddler? Yes. Can we... Let's be calm. Shoot. Disciplined behavior. Calm. Let's not be assholes about it. You gotta ask him kindly, I suppose. Right? Are you kidding me? Teaching him responsibility. Now clean up the mess. Come on, Peyton. I did name them all. My toddler spilled cereal yesterday. I picked it up and he was mad I wouldn't let him eat it out of the trash. I mean, you should have just let him eat it off the floor. What harm is that gonna do? So I did give everybody names because if I was gonna have to deal with them, they were having names. So this is Peyton. That's Oliver. This is one of the triplets. I don't know. That's Parker. This is Brantley. And this is Grayson. I'm gonna have to do something about them bandanas because I can't. Like, it probably would have been just as safe to eat it off the floor, no? Did that kid just shit? Or did he fart? What? Did you see that? I have never seen that before. What just happened? That was gross. Go on, talk to your siblings. Playful. Oh, I'm so playful that I'm gonna fart all over the place. Gross. Making friends now. Kids doing kid things. Can you come over here and play with this thing? Are you tall enough? Oh no, that's for adults? Why did I think that was a children's toy? Alright, well that's a problem. I thought we can take this out of the house then. Hang on. We need toddler toy. I don't really care that much though, do I? It's fine, it'll keep them from bitching. Flip to the green gas. Jesus. That was something else. I've seen, people be stinky and have that green odory thing to them, but not... I've never seen a sim fart before. That was the first. What kind of toys do we want them to have? Let's see. Things that cultivate their imagination, I suppose? Let's see. I don't think cultivate their imagination is what I meant. Here. They can have a dollhouse, right? Anybody can play with a dollhouse. Alright, let's do this. It's a castle. Oh my Lanta. Alright, let's put it out here. Frick it. There you go. Giant playhouse. What else we got? I could have bought them a townhouse for the dolls. That would have been better. Tiny tot treehouse. Can that go in here too? It can? This is gonna be awesome. These kids are gonna have so much fun. Oh, the stairs though. I can't block the stairs. There should be enough room for them to get by everything. That'll be good enough for the children, yeah? Maybe I can move these blocks outside and make a little more room in here. Here. Can I put this way over here in the corner? I can. Can I move this bed to here? I sure can. There we go. Now I feel a little better. Look how cute their room is. I didn't know I was having triplets, but I added extra beds really quick. Sorry, Miss Demon. I've got to go. Really enjoy the stream. Hope the rest of the day goes well. Thanks so much for coming by, Iz. I will see you this evening for some Dying Light, yeah? Have a fantastic day. Tell Doc I hope he's feeling better. I'll see you soon. So let's take a lap around for a sec. More of the things that I do in the morning or in the day during the fall and the winter and whatnot. In the cooler temperatures and the shorter days. Coffee, making my bed, setting a schedule and doing certain tasks each day to stick to that schedule, and making my coffee, whether it's regular or decaf. And then, since I get into streaming, like, I have new things I need to do, like, edit videos and make clips and post on social media and all that stuff. I add those. Oh, thank you, Miss Demon. Bye, Squeaky Dino. Bye, Iz. Have a great day. So I've been trying to just give myself tasks that are easily accomplished, and I can, like, I don't know, short goals that I know that I can meet, so it makes me feel super productive, as opposed to, like, oh, I did the dishwasher, I emptied the dishwasher this morning, and that was all I needed to do today, or I mopped the floor, or whatever. Just actual things that I can complete. And then, oh, I mopped the floor, and now I didn't do anything with the rest of my day. Well, I mopped the floor, and then I edited, 5 hours of videos, posted on all my social media. I came up with an idea for an event that I want to do, found out, more ways to engage people and get them excited for my streams. Just small little goals. That's why we talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago, my Heroes Journal. By the way, I got I think this is the second edition, right? I got it fairly early on. Second edition. Yeah. So I didn't get the first edition, but I got the second edition, and it had only a few colors. But the box is the same. So my Heroes Journal. It's what keeps me productive. And to be clear, I have zero affiliation with Hero Journal other than I bought one. But it helps me feel like I'm actually getting things done, So, we're gonna continue to try to do that throughout the whole winter. What social media do you have? Want to make sure we are all supporting you. Let's see. I'm on the wrong laptop. That should give you all of them, Squeaky, on that link tree. Everything will be there. All these kids are all set up. I think I can go back to live mode now and wait for the good kid to come home that I care about. Yeah. I'm glad it works. That's the first time I've actually used that command, so I wasn't actually sure that was going to work. Oh, you know what I've been doing a lot of lately, too? Things I just added. Slowly trying to teach myself sign language. It's just something I've always wanted to learn. Growing up, one of my cousin's best friend was deaf. So my cousin taught himself to sign so he could communicate with his friend. And I've always wanted... I used to be able to pick up a few hand gestures here and there. I can, I can say thank you and a couple other things. But, a couple other random words. Some of the alphabet. So I'm trying to do that and also learn to play the guitar. 2 things I've really wanted to do for myself. So not everything like I'm doing is like busy work. Some of it's just things to keep me busy, like keep me motivated and keep me moving. Did you call me?
This was on the blanket in the window.
Oh, another tooth from Duncan came out. Okay. No biggie. Okay. My dog, his tooth came out. It's a little tooth. So it's not very big. I can sign wait. That's not one I know. Yes. This dog is losing so many teeth. The vet did tell us that he has his baby teeth and his adult teeth. So this is just probably the baby teeth finally falling out, or the big teeth. We don't know. But that's what happened. That's what she was bringing me, was a dog's tooth. Okay, back to this. I need to learn to sign coffee. I'm going to Google it after stream and learn it ASAP. I want all these walls down. Okay. Why is Oliver stressed? Why? Oh, because he needs a shower. He's a stinky kid today. School time's not even close to being over yet either. He's going to be really cranky when he gets home. Well, if you had showered this morning before you went to school, like I told you to. He's a good kid too. He's genius. Just trying to level his skills up before he becomes a teenager. Because then he's really not going to listen to my suggestions. Oh, I made my neck crunch. That was good. Another thing I've been doing is looking up recipes to try. I do the majority of the cooking. Brandis makes a slammin' chili. But I do the majority. 2 of her favorite dishes that I make are poblano enchiladas and then poblano and sweet potato quesadillas, which both happen to be vegetarian. Not vegan because there's cheese. Cheese and... I think cheese is the only thing that makes it not vegan. Yeah. Everything else, tomatoes, peppers, chilies, poblanos, cilantro, hot sauce. I make a Southwest lemon crema too, like sour cream, and so there's sour cream in it. So there's dairy things in it, and that's why it's not vegan. But otherwise, delightful. I don't know why the dog is sitting in the bathroom crying. I just want this kid to come home and shower, not be the stinky kid in class anymore. Other things that where's the costume vote? It's in the Discord, Loki. I'm typing on the wrong fucking screen. Under announcements. It's not in the Destiny Discord though. It's my actual Miss Demon XOX Chaos Clan Discord. Should Oliver invite overclassmate Kenneth? Sure. Come on, stinky kid, take a shower first. Yeah, I think it's under announcements in that section. God bless. happy now? Oliver has returned home from school. Oh, balls, I missed the message. Oliver has returned from school. He's one of the top students at Landgrab Elementary School. Keep up the good work. Hey, look at that. Yeah, it's in the announcements. Oh, Lord, there's so many people voting for this banana. Oh, man. I'm gonna end up being a giant banana for Halloween. I gotta say, I'm not super excited at the prospect of being a banana, but Ken's at the door. Come on, go see a friend. Go make nice. Work on your charisma skill. You got it, Loki. I think... Oh, I'm still on my laptop. I think you can put it in your... I think I made it available for everybody, so you should be able to put the Discord in too. If the link doesn't pop up and you want it. The Discord one is always available for everyone. The socials one is always available for everyone. The mental health one it's not mental health month anymore, but I keep using the wrong laptop. That one's still one of my favorite ones. Let's see. Joke about a chicken's butt. Let's do that. What is my character doing? Oh, he's off to class. I forgot he goes to... He's currently volunteering. His supervisor may not think well of him. Oh, no, just stay then. I'll just be the small children for now. That's one of my favorite ones. I need to change the wording to take out September being National Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month. But otherwise, I feel like that one's an important one. Sing love song. Inspired by new relationships, a teacher wants everyone to sing a solo love song in drama club today. Oliver knows a song involving the group would be more impactful and dramatic. No. Sing the solo song, bud. Solo love song moved the heart of the teacher. It was exactly what they were looking for to celebrate their new romance. Job well done. Oliver gains performance. Huzzah! I think he's home. Is he home now? No. You know what I didn't do? Was put 3 high chairs out for these children. I think there's 1 high chair for 3 toddlers. Good news. Oliver, can you be done soon? Please, God. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be... And you know what's even worse? Oliver got promoted to performer. No kidding. Oh, you're gonna play chess with your friend? Yeah. Are we playing chess or are we just sitting there? Chatting with Kenneth and Peyton. Oh, okay. And then play with... Yeah. Work on our skills. What a day. $1,190 for Knox at work today. Huzzah. Oh yeah, I forgot I named him too. I named the whole family. Things that I liked. I would like to look at this for Knox. It needs to work out. Okay. He's the one who brings in the shmoney, so I gotta make sure he's doing what he needs to do. Uh-oh, why are those kids cranky? Why? Why are you mad? Oh, they're hungry. Shit. Peyton. Can you go feed your sons, please? Does the nanny not watch them anymore because they're not infants? Parenting. Where are these children going to eat something from if you don't provide it them, Mom? How many kids do you have? In this game, I have 4. I only intended to have 1, and then, like, each of your characters now gets, like, new... Look it, she wants to have another kid. Again. Last time I did that, she ended up having triplets, and that's how I have 4 kids that 2 of them I don't want. But I can't get rid of them without losing them all, so now I'm stuck with them. In the game, I don't have any real-life children. Squeaky, I missed something. This month is Infant and Child Loss Month. I think it counts as mental health. Keep it in your pants, demon. No shit, Loki. Trying to read it. There it is. I think it counts as mental health as well. We lost a baby in August 2015, and I still get sad around that time. On call with India? Good lord. Oh, Squeaky, I'm sorry to hear that. I would agree that that's part of a mental health struggle. I also think it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well. There's a lot of awareness that needs to be raised all the time, I feel like. But yeah, I would say that falls into the category. I have a couple of friends who've had miscarriages and such, so it definitely affects your mental status. So I think that's a fair thing to include. I wonder. If I'll have to do some research. I have ideas. Where's Knox? Is he working out? Yes. Alright, let's get Peyton to call a nanny. Service. Hire a service. No. Please, God, feed the children now. Why is she... She went from her being in pajamas to being back in the hospital gown. Sorry, Squeaky Down. I just saw your post. My heart goes out to you and yours. I agree with Loki. Did the kid make it down the stairs by himself? No kidding. Alright, he's gonna work out. She's in her hospital gown for reasons I'm not sure. Hang on. Can you put some clothes on? Put your regular house clothes on, will you? Holy moly. Alright, I gotta focus on this kid. Have good conversations with your friend. Oh, that's good news. Favorite color, hobbies, and skills. Let's do that. Why not? Here comes Duncan again. Duncan. You lost a twofer. Look it. No, you can't eat that, you silly goose. That's your own tooth. Goober. Duncan Doggo. Ready? While they're chit-chatting. Would you like a treat? Come here. Come here. Would you like a treat? Here, Willow. Come on. Here. Duncan's gonna come. She's gonna make me reach as far as I possibly can to give her a treat. Duncan. You look cute. Blue, okay. Flags. Excellent recovery. What are you giggling at?
Because it wouldn't say on. Okay.
Next. Okay, Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw. It matches your outfit. Can we grab coffee on the way? Yes! Please grab coffee on the way.
Do you want to show them what you were just doing?
No. Squeaky, what store are we going to? Be very excited to find out where we're going today. As long as you bring in therapy, I'm happy to go shopping with you. I didn't give the other dog a treat. Sorry, Peanut. Okay, one fell in here somewhere. Here it is, right there. It's always a good time for coffee. Oh, I was thinking about one of my favorite toys and I can't find it. I'm starting to miss it and I feel sad. Responsibility. Let's do It's Okay to Be Sad. He's very responsible, so we can allow him to feel emotions. It's our grocery store. Real 2186. Hello, Real. How are ya? Welcome in. I hope you're having a great day. The grocery store. What do I need from the grocery store? A lot of things. I have a whole list. Lots of things from the grocery store. Izzy, hello. How are you, Izzy the Jarl? I hope we're doing well. Duncan, what are you doing back there? Why do you look so sad? Come here. Come here. Can you come here? Oh, yeah. Come. Good boy. My wee Duncan. 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 In here, sweetie. He's good for tough mental health days, too, for the record. What, you want me to hold you now? You want to come here? Come on. You want to work?
Yes.
Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right. Hopping back in. His friend freaking left him. Oh, he's hungry. Go eat, kid. What are you making? You gonna draw when you're hungry? Just have some food, dude. All these kids are still angry. You're not gonna ask for food from the nanny? Ask for food, child. It's not very difficult. Oh, he's playing with his alchemical set now. Interesting. Oh, that's the other kid. Okay. And then this kid can also more choices. Oh, no. Help. Food. There we go. Why are you sad? What is happening? Oh. Evidently there was a birthday party for the children? For the little kids? I don't recall. What is he upset about? What is this one back here? Scorned lover. The wounds of infidelity and betrayal still feel fresh. What are you talking about? I have no idea what he's upset about. At least they're getting food for the children. My dude, did you eat? He's very focused. He's gonna draw a painting. Big rip. Big rip for what? I don't know why my guy's upset. I need another high chair. Whatever he's mad about. Yeah. He's mad about somebody cheating on him, but I have no idea what he's talking about. How do I? Can I make one more and put it over here? Gonna have to go right here. Good lord, that's a lot of high chairs. I got it, babe. I'll call your phone. Yeah. My wife can't find her cell phone. I just gotta call her phone for her. There we go. Alright, now my kids can all sit and eat at the same time and not be cranky.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, babe.
You too.
He's cranky pants. He's tired too. She's tired. Well, you got children to worry about. Where's the kid eye? Alright, there we go. This kid here. Go to the bathroom then, guy. Why are you standing there waiting? If you gotta go, go. What are you messing around for? Weirdo. God, be an adult, or not be an adult. Be a bigger kid. Look at Peyton. She's cranky and tired. Where's this kid? Still stuck upstairs like an asshat. Go down here, guy. He's so mad right now. Go down the stairs, dude. Grayson is just a helpless toddler. Oh, can somebody please help this poor child? Where's Mother Hen? Like, I understand why the kid's mad. Oh, because the nanny's got him. Okay. Well, Peyton, get your ass up there and help your kid, will ya? Come on. Feed the kid, would you? Holy moly. Help with needs. Eat something. I don't understand why she's being so slack about it. The kid's hungry. He's very unhappy. Hey? Wait, talk to the nanny. Maybe the nanny can help you. There we go. Where is Oliver? He's the only one I really care about because I just want to work on his skills. Oh, he's practicing the violin. He's not very good at the violin right now, but that's not really the point, is it? It's just a hobby that he wants to practice. Let's practice our charisma. Oliver is having the time of his life and feels ready for a concert. Should he acknowledge that he likes violin? Sure. Go look at yourself in the mirror now, little dude. Practice his speech. He's too little to read a book. Oh, he's almost a level 8. This poor kid is famished. And nobody's taking care of him. I wish there was a place to put a fridge and some stuff up here for them. I feel like that would be way easier. Were you gonna play with the kid's dollhouse by yourself, dude? You big weirdo. What a weirdo. I don't understand. Squeaky, what are we getting from the store? I know you're probably driving. But in general, what are we getting from the store? It's 11:30. Dude, what are you doing awake? Alright, ask your mother to spray under the bed. Be done with that. Ask your mother to spray under the bed. And then tell your friend you gotta go home. Let's see, can I ask? Ask to put to bed. It's wicked late. There we go. What are you doing, dude? Go to bed. Go ask your mother to tuck you in. Come on. What is this kid doing? Big weirdo. Real, how did you find the stream? I don't... Oh, why are these children mad now? Because they're tired. Okay. Got it. Well, they can be cranky because they're tired. That's fine. Dad's tired too, evidently. Dad, where are you going? No, don't make coffee, you tosspot. Go to bed. You work. You're a busy dude. Peyton's gonna send this little boy home because it's after midnight and this little boy is still hanging out here. Friendly. Nope, I can't do nothing about it. Alright, well, this kid just gets to do things of his own accord. That's fine. Sleep. Hopefully the babysitter's not gonna be exhausted. Everybody's going to bed. Look at his freaking hair! The kid's always had a hat on, so I just thought it was... this kid's got a bowl cut. This kid's got bright red hair that I'm not sure where it came from. And... this kid's got this big poof on top of his head. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Why is it, if everybody's sleeping, why aren't we? Because this kid is still in our house, that's why. At least the nanny's doing nanny things, right? Less for the parents to have to make the parents clean up. The poor dog is hungry. Included, see you next time. And remember, anything can be fun or good if you make it so. $141 has been charged. That's not terrible. Kid's almost sleeping. Oh, why is he awake? They're both awake? What are these parents doing? Fucking eating. Can you feed the dog, please? They don't... Like, if I don't tell them to do things, they just don't bother. I don't get it. Eat your breakfast. Eat your pancakes. Thank you. And this guy up here, this kid's tired. Why is he angry? I'm critically low energy. Why is he awake then? He probably has to go to the bathroom and I don't have a child potty. Ah. Things I don't think of. Especially because I'm not a parent. Let's see. There's a wee child potty. I thought this game was going to be relaxing, and it's really not. Here's the bathroom. I need a child's toilet, please. Practice potty, monster potty partner, refined potty chair. High class toddlers. Okay, let's do that. What color do we want? Let's do this one. Basic, right? Can I have more? We at least have a second one in case one of the kids decides I want to shit all over the place, I suppose. Alright. Now there's 3, 1 for each child. I don't think I need anything else. Got the high chairs, got the beds, got the toys. You should be putting this child to bed. Take him to the potty. And then put him to bed. Potty train. I was wrong. That's not, I want the redhead. Let's do this one then since it's a little closer. Potty train. This guy. I don't know, I named all 3 of them. I don't know who's who. Come on, take the kid. Teach him. He's a little cute with his little shoes on. Are those slippers or those socks? Alright. Then this kid needs a nap. What are you gonna do with him, Peyton? You gonna watch him? Okay. Hopefully it's working. Is he learning to use the potty? I think so. Looks that way. No? I think he's learning. So, I wanted to, so circling back to Thoughtful Thursday again, I wanted to ask you guys, is there anything in the cooler weather and the shorter days that specifically gets you down, or that you have a hard time with, or that, makes your anxiety go up, or makes you seem more depressed? And then if you do have that, what strategies do you use to try and combat your anxiety or your depression or whatever you're feeling? A lot of mine is what I've already mentioned. Setting a schedule for myself, trying to eat meals at normal times, but I suck at that aspect. I don't eat often enough, so like my body is just hanging on to whatever nutrition it can get its hands on. But not always beneficial. Sometimes I just have to allow myself to feel depressed or feel sad. Because here's the thing, like, yeah, it would be great to not feel that way. But sometimes the best course of action is to just let yourself feel whatever you're feeling. You don't always want to push it away or push it down and ignore it. I did that for too long. And now I have a hard time being comfortable with expressing those emotions, I suppose is the best way to say it. So I try not to force myself to feel a certain way or keep a certain mindset. Do I always want to have a bad day? No, of course not. But sometimes it is to my benefit to allow myself to feel whatever emotion I might be having at that time. Oliver, you need to do your homework, don't you? I don't think you did your homework yet. I don't think he did his homework. He did not. Dominate your homework quickly, kid. Okay, good. So sometimes just letting myself be sad or feel down, or I don't know, some days I feel like I don't fit in anywhere. Hydrate, Loki. You got it. I'm all out of coffee, so we're moving on to water. My water tastes weird. I don't think we're gonna drink a ton of that. I'll get some more in a little bit. But I hydrated. Did you finish your homework, kid? Hold on. Did we do it? Did we kick its ass? No, we didn't. What is he doing? Tiny bit of coffee. Yeah, I'm not. I tell my kids that it's okay to be sad and to cry and to feel it, that it's okay to have a bad day. But let's feel sad for a few moments, then let's talk and get it out. I always want them to know that it's okay to feel. But let's feel for a moment and let it go. You're not supposed to be you better be talk to texting and driving. And not actually texting. But yeah, I mean, it's something my brother's practicing with my nieces, so it's something I've been working on with them as well. Especially with my 2-year-old niece. She's just, learning to put her words together, and instead of doing few words, she's starting to put her sentences together. I was just parked. Okay, good. I'm glad for that. My older niece, my 5-year-old niece, she's at that point where she wants to tell you everything. And sometimes she gets upset, and, I don't want her to not be upset, but I always want her to make sure that she's clear about why she's upset. So sometimes she gets angry, and, we'll stop and we'll say, hey, like, why are you what is making you angry? Like, what is making you upset right now? And just make sure that she knows why she feels that way. And then, if it's whatever the reason is, like if she's mad, you gotta make sure she knows it's okay to be mad. But like also just to identify why it is that she's mad, because like sometimes even with adults we jump to conclusions and we get mad about something only to find out we just misunderstood, or we just didn't hear, what was meant or what was said appropriately. We just sort of reacted to it. So I always try to identify. Oh, I'm so angry today. Like, but what am I angry at? Am I angry because I didn't sleep well? Am I angry because I can't, do what I was hoping to do, or something happened and interrupted what I was doing? Or like yesterday, I was so upset that I had to reschedule the stream. I don't like planning it and being like, okay, this is gonna be good. This is what we're gonna do. I'm excited to stream, and then to have to postpone it and put it off. It's not. It doesn't make me feel good. I think we're gonna not go to school today because you didn't do your homework, Oliver. What is this? Hang on. Oh, we're on this day. Okay. What is this? Tonight's lunar phase. Talent showcase. What is this? Starlight accolades. New skill day. Harvest. Okay, so things are coming up. We're gonna take a day out of school. Take a vacation day from school. So it gives him time to do all his things. We're gonna be responsible. I like that I can just let my kid take a vacation day. Don't go chat with Peyton right now. Clean up after the dogs. Kids are sleeping. I mean, go clean out the fridge and then have something to eat. We're gonna have some yogurt. So yeah, like even, I struggle with allowing myself to feel a certain way. Even my therapist tells me it's a good idea to, even when I'm anxious, to just let myself be anxious sometimes. And I hate that. That's my least favorite feeling to feel, is just allowing myself to be upset about being anxious. Just be anxious, and I struggle with it. I seriously do. I just don't like the idea of myself being anxious. And then to compound it, I don't like silence. It physically makes me uncomfortable. So like this morning I woke up at 3:30. Automatically earbuds go right in and something is playing from my phone, whether it's music or a book or anything. Absolutely anything, because I just... Oh, he doesn't need the yogurt here to eat something, it looks like. Where are your needs? This one. He did. Alright, so. Did I not put a... Oh, I didn't. It's just a half bath up there. Okay. What is he doing? This guy here. Hopping in the shower. Roger that. She's working out. Good stuff. And you just saw your dad in the shower. Yep. Knew that was coming. You gonna clean up the dog poop? Go ahead, go do it then. Oh, it's chilly outside, huh? Alright, and then go in here and go to the bathroom, kid. Or not. So supposedly, let's talk mental health. 2-hour call first thing in the morning, but India is on board. Like they have a choice. We were talking mental health, Loki. We were talking about, like allowing yourself to feel whatever you're feeling as opposed to pushing it down, and how that can sort of help your mental health. Like, it's okay to be angry, but figure out why we're angry. Let ourselves be angry for a little bit, and then talk about it and let it go, as opposed to ignoring it or pretending it's not happening or any of those things, you know? And that's easier said than done, correct? You can't always be happy. You can't always be sad. I can always be anxious. I am anxious 24 hours a day, 365 or 66 days a year. Like, the amount of anxiety is ridiculous. You should always allow yourself to feel. If you don't, it does more damage than the thought itself. Correct. And like, the one part of that I struggle with the most is allowing myself to feel anxious. I don't like feeling anxious. So it's a trigger for me for sure. I can deal with like a little being uneasy and sort of feeling like I don't know whether I have to, fight or flight type thing. Life is always up and down. The faster you accept riding that wave, the easier it is. So, for me, yes and no. For the past, I don't know, since 2020, so almost 2 years, I've always been on this perpetual, like, peak of anxiety. Like, when you go places and, like, they have you rank your pain on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being no pain and 10 being the worst pain you've ever been in, they sort of use the same scale for anxiety. And my anxiety is typically an 8 to 10 out of 10 all the time. All the time. I cannot tell you how many medications we've tried to at least bring it down a couple notches to make it slightly easier for me to deal with. So constantly, like, I feel on edge and, like, my skin is crawling and, like, I'm gonna crawl right out of my skin all the time. There's a lot of reasons as to why. I have anxiety, depression, and PTSD. So a lot of my anxiety symptoms are a result of my PTSD. My therapist and I are slowly working on those things to try and make them more tolerable. Like, having things be quiet, or arguments. Like, my wife and I don't do fighting. If we disagree, we disagree. And if it's anything more than a normal talk, even if we just get loud talking, like, I shut down. I can't. Fighting, arguing, yelling, I can't. We don't do that. I can't. There's a lot of things that I avoid as opposed to working through. So, a lot of it's as a result of childhood trauma that I kind of just bottled up and corked up for 36 years. I have anxiety all the time, just as worse at times, but correct. So, yeah, I have anxiety. Like, if my anxiety was not an 8 to 10 out of 10 all the time, that would be stupendous. Because I always feel like I'm, like, on that, you know how, like, when you know something bad is going to happen, or you feel like something bad is going to happen, you're always, like, right on the edge, ready to, boom, go. Or, boom, respond. Like, my reaction, I was always out. Like, go, we're done. So much so that if my wife and I go to a restaurant and the wrong food is delivered or something's not right with it, I'll just keep my mouth shut and deal with it. My wife has no problem being like, excuse me, that is not what we ordered. And just a very basic, oh, this is not what I ordered, can we get it redone? And me, I'm like sinking down on my chair like, oh God, don't, I am not here. Like, that's how much I don't like confrontation. And it's just, it feels so dumb, honestly, because it's just this perpetual cycle, and I know that it's just, I just don't like it, because of, the first 36 years of my life. And even still, like, my therapist keeps things a little broad right now. Like, I'm a little hesitant to do the trauma work because there's so much still going on that I have no control over. So most of our weekly therapy session just tends to be like reeling me back in. Pete Mohammed, I'm exactly the same way. I can't control it at times. Correct. I can't. Oh, it's so awful. I don't mind having like a normal amount of anxiety. I mean, that sounds dumb. There's no normal amount of anxiety. Anxiety just is what it is. But there's a certain level of anxiety that I would be perfectly comfortable to have all the time. And just know I am just an anxious person. Like, that's just my personality. I'm anxious. There's nothing I can do about it. But to constantly be in a panic and have absolutely zero control over what is happening is... it's physically and mentally exhausting. When I was at my PCP's yesterday, we did some blood work, but she thinks that like the amount of stress from my anxiety has actually triggered an illness for me. So we're in the process of figuring that out. Loki, I used to feel like that. For me, I expect the worst. Some see that as negative, but it has served me well. I try to be a realist on all things, and I know my mind will try and betray me. Once I become more aware of my thoughts, it becomes easy to control. So, I'm a worst case scenario person too. Ever since I hurt my back last year, I've been home and my amount of exercise has been limited. So like I'm not walking and stand on my feet and being physically active as much as I used to. And like I always worry, like, what if I get like a bad blood clot because I'm not able to do something that I'm not able to do the things that I would normally do to make sure that doesn't happen. Because there's so much pain involved. So like if I get 9 times out of 10 is a muscle pain or a Charlie horse or just something random muscle strain stress, and I'm like, oh my god, like I have a blood clot, or oh my god, I'm gonna have a stroke if I have a headache all of a sudden. My headaches tend to be trigger points, so I could point to one specific spot and it's like sharp pain in that spot. It doesn't tend to be like my whole areas of my head like normal headaches. Mine are, they call them pinpoint migraines or something like that. I'm also a worst case scenario type person. It is so rough sometimes. It is. Worst case scenario was awful. Like, the other day, my dogs were playing, and they were just playing and roughhousing, and one of them got hurt. I don't know which one it was, and I don't know what exactly happened, because nobody was bleeding, nobody was limping, nobody was otherwise acting abnormal besides the fact that one of them had yelped for a moment. And I was like, oh my god, like, what is wrong? They, were kind of chill the rest of the day. And I was like, oh man, like, are they sick? Are they lethargic? Like, I'm worried. If my dog cries for 10 seconds, I'm like, what is wrong? Like, do we need to go to the doctor? Do we need to go to the emergency hospital for the dog? Like, why always is it worst case scenario? Thankfully, I have my wife to ground me. Pimo, it's hard to work around or meet new people as well. I feel like I'm going to blow up on the inside, but seem fine on the outside. Oh yeah, I could keep a completely, calm, mellow, relaxed face, but on the inside, I'm like, we gotta get out. Like, this is not okay. Everything is not okay. How are we acting okay? And then I worry, like, do people know? Like, am I acting weird? Like, I think I'm acting normal, but do they know? Am I acting weird to them? In another meeting. Thanks so much for being here, Loki. I appreciate you. Just remember, you're the boss. You tell them what to do, not the other way around. So, yeah, I mean, living on that precipice it's a slippery slope. It's a fine balance in between what's okay and what's too much, When it comes to my dogs, I'm exactly the same way. They act slightly different from normal, and I'm always thinking what might be wrong. And it's never something like, oh, maybe they have a bellyache. I'm like, oh my god, they're dying. Like, something is seriously wrong. Oh, they haven't pooped they didn't poop today. Like, they must have, they might be backed up. Like, maybe they need to go to the vet. Like, why can't it just be like, the dog just didn't need to poop today? Sometimes that happens and the dog doesn't need to poop. Is it abnormal? Of course it is, because they usually poop after every meal. But it's okay to miss one day. It doesn't mean something terrible is happening. But that's where my mind always goes. And I don't know how to turn it off. Even when I acknowledge that what I'm thinking is, like, catastrophic. Part of it is my 3-year-old dog passed away from cancer, so that has affected me. So, similar. I had a dog several years ago who had very occasional seizures, like maybe one every 6 months, less than a minute in length. But they were horrific events. Like grand mal seizure, like he would get all stiff and rigid, and because he got stiff, the air would be forced out of him, and he would make this awful cry. It would wake me up in the dead of sleep. And the vet tried to do like regular tests to try to figure out why he was having the seizures, and we never found anything. And then I want to say after like a year and a half of him going through these seizures, he had a massive hemorrhage in his head, and his eye swelled and filled with blood, and it turned out he had leukemia. And it was too late. There was nothing they could do. He was in a ton of pain. There was nothing we could do for him. So I had to make the decision that every pet parent hates making. And then, like 3 months after that, my other dog, we thought she was just depressed because she lost her best friend. They'd been together forever. And my dog also had leukemia. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? But the other dog, we just thought she was depressed. And it turns out she had a massive infection and she almost passed away. Like, we really almost lost her. So, like, I'm always afraid that is what's happening. Like, always worst case scenario. But even things for myself. Like, I don't remember, like, I had a weird pain in my arm the other day, or my shoulder, and I was like, oh, like, is this a heart attack starting? Why is that the first thing you go to? Like, no, you just have a muscle twitch in your arm that made your arm uncomfortable for a few seconds. You're not dying, like, but I don't know how to, I don't know how to turn that off. So, thank you guys for the sorries and the compassion. As much as it sucked for me to ever lose a pet, so Duncan and Willow, the dogs that I have now, are the 4th and 5th dog that I've owned. I got my first dog when I was 1. He was my first birthday gift. I had him for 17 years. And he was just at the end of his life, and we could have kept him home, but he couldn't really move around much anymore, and it was the right thing to do for him because he couldn't be a dog anymore. You know? And every time that I've lost a pet, it was always because they couldn't be a dog anymore. So as much as it killed me, I knew I was doing what was best for them. Which sort of boggles my mind because we don't offer that same, correct, no quality of life. And the crazy part of that is, we don't offer that same option for people. There is not the same kind of compassion for people who have no quality of life. That boggles my mind. We can do that for our pets, but not for our family and our loved ones. I don't know, I feel like it's a little selfish. We won't get into that. That's a political thing. But, like, that's what brings me peace, is knowing that if they couldn't be a dog, I need to let them go be a dog wherever spirits go. And I have no regrets about doing it because it was for the right reasons. It's not like I didn't want the dog around anymore, so that was the decision. Like, that's never been the case, and that will never be the case for me. But, like, why is it always worst case scenario in general? So Bailey is the one who had the leukemia. Um, Ocean Girl. Hi, Ocean. Welcome in, friend. How are you today? Hope you're having a great Thursday. Yeah, so Bailey was 12 when he passed away, and then a little bit after that, Willow did, and not Willow, Dakota. The only regret I have is that I didn't get them cremated. Jesus. Dakota is the only one that I had cremated. That's my only regret, is that I didn't have my other dogs privately cremated. Otherwise, I have no regrets. But I just don't know why my brain always goes, oh, this is probably the worst thing that could possibly happen to me happening. You know? Like, I get a headache, and I'm like, Ocean Girl talking about past dogs. Yes, just talking about pets in general, and just with mental health, how some people just have a worst case scenario mindset. There's a name for it. What did my like, it's a catastrophic mindset or something like that. I got mine cremated, had them on the fireplace mantle. So yeah, Dakota is the only one that we have cremated, and she's over on the other side of the room in her box. And every other pet I have from now on will be cremated and stay with me. There's a fine layer of dust all across the top of her box, except in one corner, where I always give her pat with 2 fingers every morning. My dog passed away 4 years ago, so I completely get where you're coming from. He was my baby. Got him cremated, but my anxiety went through the roof once he died. Haven't been the same since. Vampy, hello, Vampy. So yeah, my anxiety. So after Bailey and Dakota passed away, I had no dog in my life for 1 month, and my wife said it was the worst month I have ever lived in our entire relationship together. Vampy, how's the stream going? The stream's going well. We're playing a little Sims, but we're mostly making conversation about mental health, and it had begun with like how seasonal depression affects your mental health, and like how the colder temperatures and the shorter days can impact you. And then it sort of evolved into, like, some people have a catastrophic mindset, like when something small goes wrong, we tend to think it's the worst possible scenario all the time, no matter what it is. And then we started talking about dogs. But Duncan is not a trained therapy dog at all. And if I start to get anxious, or like if I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have a panic attack, he knows before I know. And he'll come and he'll sit like on my chest and press his face into mine. And I don't know how he knows that this is the right thing, but it's like almost like using a weighted blanket. It's that like pressure that you need that provides comfort and security. And if I'm in like a full-blown panic attack, he'll even lick my face to like stimulate my nerve endings to pull me out of the panic attack and bring me like back into the moment. It's crazy how good he is about with it. How many meetings do you have today? It's endless meetings for Loki Vampy. Just bananas on the meeting scale. I don't know how he does it, because I can't. I couldn't sit in meetings all day long and listen to other people. Wah, wah, wah. It would be like peanuts. Wah, 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 wah. When the adults talk, that's all I would hear. I gotta try and refocus, and I can't. I see my therapist this afternoon. I'm kind of relieved about it. She always helps me sort of sort through all the papers. Yeah, I always picture like my jumble of thoughts as a pile of papers, and then talking with my therapist helps me to file away all these different thoughts into different folders and kind of clean up the jumble mess in my head. And then by the next time I see her, it's just papers everywhere again. But like having that reset is a huge help. Dogs are so smart, picking up on subtle changes in us so they can react. I know. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we don't deserve dogs because they're so genuine. Literally me, I felt that way when I messed up at work the other day. Thought it was the worst thing and I was going to get fired. I want to get another dog, maybe even a service dog at some point. I think I'd benefit from it. I think a lot of people would benefit from a dog. And like, you may have a significant other or a family or friends that you come home to every day and they're happy to see you, but there is nothing like the unfiltered joy of a pet when you get home. Like, it is the best thing that ever happened to them every time you walk through the door. I will take my laundry downstairs to put it in the washing machine. I'm down there for 5 minutes. I come back up. My dogs are elated that I'm finally back, and I've only been gone 5 minutes. Who else is that excited all the time to see you? Cats? No. Most of the cats that I know wouldn't even give you the time of day. They're like, ugh, petty human. Like, no. Dogs are just... I don't know. From where I stand, I feel like, from a religious standpoint, God was a dyslexic way to talk about, like, the greatest thing, and what they really meant was dog. Ocean Girl, I think a service dog will really be helpful because they are really well trained to help you in mental breakdowns. Yeah. And even, I know, like, true service dogs that do, like, diabetic issues or fainting issues or seizures or seeing eye dogs, like, they all have a very specific skill set. And if you're just someone who, like me, has severe anxiety, you can get like, they have trained emotional support animals instead, and that's more along the lines of what Duncan is. He'd be an emotional support animal who is there to, like, bring me back down when things get out of control. Ocean Girl, pets are a blessing. Miss having them around, and honestly, I think my boyfriend would benefit too. He's disabled, so it would be beneficial for both of us for sure. Even if it was just a pet, like, it doesn't have to be a specially trained dog. Just, I feel like dogs in general, that unfiltered love, unconditional, no matter what, the dog loves you. You know, it's one of the best feelings in the whole wide world. What did I miss? I missed something. I thought I missed something in chat, but maybe not. I feel like I missed something in chat, but maybe not. I think we're okay. Alright. Got mine cremated. Went best 4 years ago. I got that one. There's Vampy jumping in. Exactly what I was thinking. I hope to get one eventually. Yeah. I want to get my son, the youngest, medically trained dog. He's deathly allergic to shellfish, and I'm terrified I'm not careful enough when we go out to eat to make sure his food isn't contaminated. It's just me thinking I missed something in chat. Thanks, Pete Mo. I really thought I missed something. I was about to feel like a total jerk. Mike, welcome back, Mike. My dog was the best thing for my mental health ever. Yep. Squeaky, that's a really, really good idea. Like, they have dogs that do that for nut allergies and for gluten allergies now, even. So imagine a shellfish allergy would be much easier. Maybe that'd be a good excuse to get another dog. Because my wife has a shellfish allergy. Yes! Squeaky, you genius. I've been trying to tell my wife we need a third dog. And she keeps telling me 2 laps, 2 dogs. But they're very small. Like, look at the whole size of him is not even as long as my forearm. He's probably from my fingertips to my forearm, so probably about 2 feet long. He weighs 15 pounds. He's not a big dog. I could fit 2 small dogs in my lap. Look, you get a Steam Deck. You can play Destiny 2 in handheld mode for instances like this. 1 dog per thigh. Yes! 2 legs, 2 dogs. Is the Steam Deck gonna help him play Destiny on the go? Squeaky, I can't wait to pitch this to my wife. Hey honey, I know we have a growing list of things that we need to save money for, but we need to get a 3rd dog. Because we need to know if there's shellfish contamination in anything you eat. We don't want you to die. Vampy, I have an Xbox in my office and Xbox X in the living room. It's not choices, it's time. Yeah. I too have... So in our living room we have an Xbox S. No, that's an Xbox One S out there. And then the Xbox X is in my game room. My wife doesn't play as often, so we didn't rush to upgrade hers. But now she doesn't like that when we play things, mine loads faster than hers. So now she wants to get one too. Loki the Hitman, I bow down to you, sir. Who does not? This dude puts in the difficult hours, doesn't he? Ugh. Crap on my shirt. So yeah, I mean, dogs are always good for mental health too. Even in the winter, when it's cold outside and you're freezing in bed, you bring the dog and the dog cuddles in bed with you and warms you up. Yeah. There's no real downside to a dog, is there? I mean, sometimes mine will wake me up with the ass crack of dawn. But other than that, there's really no downside. We stand side by side. That's right. Kneel to no man. Attaboy Loki. Equal. No need to bow. Yeah, there's what downside is there to owning a dog? Can anybody think of anything? No? Didn't think so. I mean, other than the fact that sometimes I need to poop when it's 2 a.m. and minus 5 degrees outside. Only downside is the same issue with a person. What, gas? Oh, my dogs have the worst farts. Can I kneel down to my kitties and dog? Yes! I'm totally fine in making a slideshow of why you need a shellfish allergy dog. Squeaky, we might have to have a chat about this. Shh. My wife comes home one night. Honey, we need to have a talk. I bring up a fucking PowerPoint presentation. These are all the reasons we need another dog. These are all the reasons not to get a dog. See how there's none on this side? Health and we all die, except that you're good. True. I mean, Duncan has been the most expensive dog I have ever owned. He has the eye problem. He has a birth defect in his left eye that made it so he ended up with glaucoma and a cataract on his eye. And then the glaucoma caused the fibers around the cataract to rupture because his eye got too swollen and too much pressure. And then that lens, because it had a birth defect, actually did this thing they call luxation. So the lens of his eye dislocated and went to the back of his eyeball. But the glaucoma also caused a detached retina. So he is completely blind in that eye. For a while he was on a lot of eye drops to try and save the eye, and thankfully we have, and the eye does not need to be removed. But that was really expensive to see. He has to see an ophthalmologist once a year. Do you have pet insurance, Demon? I do have pet insurance, but a lot of Duncan's issues are genetic, so insurance doesn't cover them. Willow is a perfect little AKC bred peanut, so she doesn't have any conditions to be worried about. So when she got sick several months ago when we took her to the ER, she was covered. It was just a stomach bug, and they gave us medication for her to take for a week. But Duncan, the eye thing is a birth defect, so it was a pre-existing condition. And then he also has alopecia, And that was considered a pre-existing condition. And then they also told us that his baby teeth never fell out, and he has to have a full dental exam done and cleaning and some teeth pulled, but it has to be done under anesthesia, and that's $1,700, and insurance also said it's a pre-existing condition, so it's not covered. The only place you will find unconditional love is in an animal. I agree. Because with people, there are always conditions. People, you treat me badly, you don't treat me well, you do mean things, and it's over. Dogs, many dogs, you can beat the tar out of them, and they still just want to make you happy. Like, just please love me, please stop hitting me, make me happy, I'll be nice. The only problem at the moment with my dog is he is very hard to potty train. We don't have dog trainers in my area, so he pees and shit. So, what we did with both of my dogs, Vampy, is we started taking them out every 2 hours. We set timers in our phone, took them out every 2 hours, whether they looked like they needed to or not. And we also took pee pads and put them out in the yard with them. And we kept treats in our pocket, and the minute they went pee, either in the grass or on the pee pad, treat. Immediately. Oh, good boy, good girl, good dog. Here's some treats. Positive reinforcement instills the behavior you want much faster than reprimanding them when they don't do it right. I learned the hard way that pet insurance is worth getting. Yes! We have had pet insurance for many years, and I will never not have it. In general, if you get pet insurance for your puppy, most annual preventative treatment is now covered in insurance, which it used to not be. So, like, they go to the vet, they get their annual exam and their annual blood work and their annual shots for whatever they need this year. They're covered. We don't even pay for their annual visits. The only thing we don't do is get them their rabies vaccinations every 3 years. Technically, my vet can't agree to it because federally it's not accepted, but they're finding that, like humans, once you've been vaccinated for certain things, you end up having what they call a titer panel. So, I got my mumps, measles, and rubella shot as a kid, and if I have blood work drawn now, they can still see those titration, or I can't remember. They can still see the level of, what immunization I have to whatever, shots I got. And, if you get the flu shot every year, they can check and make sure you still have the right stuff to not need a flu shot. Same thing goes for dogs. They can do lookups, and usually one injection of the rabies vaccine one time protects them for life, or they may need it one more time if they live an exceptionally long life. It's not a commonly held belief, but the way my vet explained it is just like that. It's just like a human getting their regular immunizations from hepatitis and measles and mumps and polio. The dog has the same thing when they get the rabies shot. And the crazy part about rabies vaccinations are whether the dog is 1 pound, 30 pounds, or 150 pounds, the amount of medication they get for rabies is exactly the same. So if a 150 pound dog is getting 2 milligrams of the medication, a 1 pound, 3 ounce dog is also getting the same dose of that same rabies vaccine medication. And it's killing dogs of all breeds, all sizes, because they're being over-vaccinated and it's causing health issues. So, we have a special certificate that says that it's a titer panel. That's what it is. TIDER, TITER, something like that, where they do a blood exam, and then based on the blood results, they can show if the dog still has immunization to rabies. And if that immunization goes away, we would give them a dose that is appropriate for their weight. We don't give them the same dose that a 150 or 200 pound dog gets. It's titrated to fit that dog's body size, so it's safer for them. And that's the only vaccination or injection they don't get every however many years it is, for a safety thing. Little dogs are more at risk when they get rabies vaccinations because it's so much medication. But pet insurance is a definite must. And especially since I can't, like, in a mental capacity, I can't function without a dog. I go to a really dark place. We found that out and we don't ever want to go there again. Yeah, dogs are just, especially, it doesn't even have to have something troubling. Like, you don't need a medical condition to have a dog. You don't. You just need unconditional love, and a dog can provide that, and it's one of my favorite things. It's one of the few things that I really do well with when I cope with my anxiety. I wish that it didn't, like, the anxiety bits didn't affect me as much as they do. I really do. I wish I wasn't so on edge and uptight and, like, waiting for the other shoe to drop all the time. But at least with a dog, like, it's better. I have my wife and I know that she loves me unconditionally. But it's not really the same. Ocean Girl, hi, sorry I disappeared. Had to get some cereal. No problem at all. We were just still talking about the benefits of owning a dog and how there are no negative repercussions to owning a dog. Other than they might occasionally wake you up at 3 a.m. to need to poop when it's 5 degrees outside. Otherwise, no downsides. Zero. Absolutely none. Oh, it's Thursday. My phone just went off. I have to do my Final Fantasy draft for today. For tonight's games. What kind of cereal did you get, Ocean? I love cereal. Actually, it's right here because I was eating in here this morning while I was getting ready. You have the mega box of Cheerios. Look how big this box of cereal is. Right next to my big fat head. It's a humongous box. And it's like almost as big as my hand. Look at that. It's a big ass box of Cheerios. It's one of my favorites though. So yeah. Anything else that I do? Getting out of bed, opening the windows to let the sunlight in, making my bed, making sure I take my medication. I suck at that part. I really do. I'm terrible at taking my medication every morning. I can take it every night. I never forget to take it at night. Sometimes I go to take it and I trick myself into thinking I already took it. So I end up not taking any medication at all because my brain tells me, oh no, you already took it. So don't take it again now, you're going to take too much. I wake up throughout the night anyway because I don't sleep half the time. I got Cookie Crisp because I wanted cookies but didn't want to bake them. Fruity Pebbles is my absolute favorite cereal. Cookie Crisp and Fruity Pebbles. You guys aren't going to like this, but unpopular opinion, I don't really care for those kind of cereals. Occasionally, I can do like a small bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Lucky Charms. But most of the time, it's like just plain Rice Krispies or Cheerios. And sometimes Raisin Bran Crunch. The one that doesn't have the sugar-coated raisins, just raisins and oat clusters. I like weird cereals. Sugar Smacks are also good. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of those either. I just prefer regular Honey Nut Cheerios. Even plain Cheerios. But, of course, Honey Nut's better. Honey and peanut butter, two of my favorite things ever. I never eat cereal anymore, though. More of an oatmeal guy. Ugh. I love oatmeal. Occasionally, I'll get like the fruit and cream ones, but usually I just get plain Quaker Oats. And then I put strawberries and blueberries and blackberries and raspberries in it. Ugh. I love it. 2.5 hours of meetings to start the day is cruel. LOL, I think I may pull out the Segway and grab a coffee. Grab one for me too, Loki. Small hot decaf. 4 cream, 2 Splenda. Or 2 cream, 2 Splenda. Trying to cut down. I have the same problem. I'm supposed to take my stomach medicine in the morning before breakfast, and I always forget and then wonder why I can't eat anything without feeling sick. Yeah. So, like, I have an alarm set in my phone at 8:30, 9, and 9:30. Three chances I give myself to remind myself to take my meds, and the alarm says, take your medicine. Half the time I just turn it off without even looking at it, and then I look at the clock, and I'm like sitting here like so anxious I'm shaking. I look at the clock and it's 3 PM, and I'm like, no wonder I'm crawling out of my skin. You didn't take your medication again. It's the worst. I only have oatmeal or a protein fruit smoothie for breakfast. I'm with my coffee. Mostly coffee. I did only have 2 cups this morning. However, I did eat a muffin. I think it's my neighbor. I thought I heard somebody talking. I forgot I had the window open because it's nice out today. Right there with you on the coffee mic. Taking coffee orders for everyone. Yes. I'm hoping to get down to a black coffee only person soon, because I feel like it's much easier and cheaper and doesn't require as much manual labor for anybody. My favorite has become a Mexican blend for the Nespresso machine. It's so good. It's a little dark, really smooth and rich, and a little bit bitter, but it's so good. With 2 packets of Splenda and a healthy pour of half and half. Sitting at my PC waiting for someone to try and pull me into a meeting. PTSD kicking in. Bruh. PTSD is the absolute worst. Sometimes absolutely fucking nothing happens and it's a trigger, and then full-blown panic attack for hours on end. Ugh. It's the worst. Sometimes my wife is able to snap me out of it real quick. Sometimes it goes on for hours. Literal hours. Like full-blown chest pain, can't breathe, feel like I'm gonna pass out, panic. It's awful. Working on it. It's a work in progress. Hopefully one day I won't be so anxious all the time. But for now, we just deal with it. I've hardly been playing this game because I'm enjoying talking to y'all. Thankfully, my anxiety meds I take at night because that's when I'm most anxious. So I have to take them both in the morning and at night. And then I have one that I can take in the middle of the day in an emergency. I need to make a bigger bathroom up here, I think. I do, because these kids are going to need a bath. Getting beaten over the head with 6 or 7 hours of meetings really sucks. Very exhausting. Absolutely. I could not do what you do, Loki. Honestly, I have a lot of respect for that because absolutely would not be me. What I think we're gonna do. Can this bookshelf go here? Oh, it can. Should still be able to walk by the end of that, right? Yeah, plenty of room. Okay. And then we're gonna I need all the walls for a minute. Can I pull this wall backwards? I sure can. There we go. And then we're going to turn this into a little book nook. This. And then we're going to put a bright window right behind it. Oh god. Thought it was going to be off kilter and give me anxiety. Alright, now let's see. We don't need another mirror. We want to put this over here. I would like to move this wall out a tad bit more, just a tad. That's it, just right there, no further. Yeah, and then I want to put a shower. What do you... I missed things. I actually get distracted. What do you do if you don't mind me asking? I'm a corporate hitman. I have no idea what that is, but that sounds fancy. He's just the boss man. People go to him because they need certain things. He takes care of those things and makes his people go do those things. It's a good job. I need a bathtub. Can we go by bedroom? Or by room type? Yeah. Let's see. Is there a difference between the double delight? I don't want like a super fancy. No. We're just going with this. Alright, let's see. Black and white. Plain old, standard, black and white. There we go. Then we need a towel rack and we're good. I'm a boss. Yep. People call Loki, tell him what they need. Loki sets them up with his associates and make sure that those people get what they need. Sounds awfully fancy, but I don't know, from my standpoint it sounds kind of boring. But it pays the bills, right, Loki? I'm a baker, so I only know how to make delicious baked goods. I'm horrible at everything else. Fair. My wife is not like a regular full-time baker, but she's a damn good one. She's going to be making some cookies for Loki and shipping them out to Seattle. I'm pretty excited for that. I think she's rather excited as well. She loves to bake, and any excuse to bake and show off her baking skills, I love for her to take. Ocean, what is your favorite thing that you make? I don't care if everybody else likes it. What is your favorite thing that you make? Like, one of my favorite dishes to make is something that I'm the only one that eats, and that's an okay thing too. Like, I love to make baked onion soup. Delicious. But I'm the only one that likes it. Let's see. Anything cool to hang on the walls in here? Demon beat me to the question. Yeah, you see? Same wavelength, Loki. Same wavelength. I love it. Burns of Envy decal. Science map. Grandma's goodies. Like, I just want a regular wall art. Is that not a thing? Panels of perfection. Wait a minute. I have never seen these before. We're going to do the fall one, of course. The fall foliage. Right here. On this wall. Is it too big? Oh, it does fit. Yeah. I love to bake. My pipe dream is to open up a bakery. I'll send people cookies if they want them. I don't mind. My favorite thing is probably scones, because you can literally put so many different things in them and it's fun to mess around with. That's exciting. Wait, Squeaky, you want to bake too? You want to open a bakery? What do you like to bake? What's your favorite thing to bake, Squeaky? Like, my wife can bake cakes and cupcakes and breads and cookies, but she prefers cookies, whether they're like batch cookies like chocolate chip or her toffee butterscotch crunch cookies. She does do custom sugar cookies. Those are just a little more time consuming. I love pies, and cookies are my specialty. What types of cookies? Batch cookies or like custom sugar cookies? Wait, Squeaky, let me send you some stuffs. Go to this, go to this. Where is Squeaky Dino in this list? Squeaky. My wife made these last weekend. They're in here somewhere, I swear to God. Here we go. Yeah. I want to also teach me how to do pies because, oh my God, mine look awful. I know how to make a crustless apple pie, like a no bottom crust apple pie. Batch cookies, our favorite is chocolate chip, but I can make anything. Cookies. My wife has 167 different individual cookie cutters for her sugar cookies. Spooky, my wife is a art major. She has a bachelor's in studio art. So sugar cookies are a lot of fun because they bring out her artistic ability. She's going to send me a whole bunch more. She's made little ones with actual, like, Jeep 4x4s on the front of them. Like the front of a Jeep truck. All sorts of really cool things. Bunnies for a wedding. The Jeep trucks for a birthday. She made unicorn ones a few years ago for my nieces. She made watermelon ones. She's going to make some Halloween skulls this year. She's made Santa bellies. Pictures of the cutters? Dude, it's a box. There's, like, literally a 5... I don't even know how... No. It's a big-ass... We're going mobile. Let's go get coffee. Let's go, Loki. I love coffee. Make sure you tell your barista they're doing a great job. I'm not that talented. I wish we were closer. I'd order some. Yeah. I mean, we're shipping them to Loki, and Loki's on the opposite side of the country. We're on the East Coast, he's on the West Coast, and they're only batch cookies, but we're sending them. She sent sugar cookies locally-ish. Could always put them in with packing peanuts, and it would be okay. Always and always tip well. Yeah, we can ship. I say we, she'll cook them all and I'll take them to the post office. I'll buy packing peanuts and put them in there safely. Another West Coast friend. Oh, Spectral, you're on the West Coast too? Man, I love cookies. See, now you're talking about things that are making me not anxious because I love food. You're the only other person so far that I know that is on the West Coast. Fair enough. I don't think we're going to hang. Let's see. More wall art. Can we put it in the bathroom here? Yeah, that'll be nice. Let's put it right here. Please fit neatly in between all balls. It's not going to work, so we're not going to do that there. We'll put it on this wall so it can go right in the center. There we go. I ordered Divinity from Etsy. Wait, what's Divinity on Etsy? Can you hear my landscaper? I'm from PA, so I'm Far East too. I'm in Rhode Island, Ocean Girl. Let's see, we'll do this one. I don't know why we're decorating our house. Look at me putting the bookshelf right in front of the fucking windows. What an asshole. Let's put this right here on the wall. Bing. Actually, we're gonna have to move this. Can this go in this corner here? It sure can. Because this bad boy is gonna have to go right here. There we go. Anyone else from Texas? Oh, Divinity is like Christmas dessert, similar to nougat. Okay. I'm gonna Google it after Spectral because I've never heard of it. We will be Googling. Squeaky, I think you're the only one in Texas. I'm just thinking. I don't think there's anybody else from Texas. Just you. Womp womp. Gotta move to the East Coast. Probably not Florida, because there's not much left of Florida. But definitely move to the East Coast and come hang out with us cool kids. put this over here, or is that gonna look dumb? It's gonna look dumb. Let's decorate out here then, shall we? Because it's pretty bland. Let's decorate right here. Coming up the stairs. Yeah, it's a good spot for that. I visited Austin once. That was good enough for me. Wait. Ocean Girl. I went through there, but never visited anything. But hey, if you ever want anything baked, let me know. I can ship anything other than cakes, of course. Yeah. So I went to Texas twice. Once I was there for a week, and then once I was there for 3 months. I was in the Killeen area, specifically Fort Hood, for 3 months. And then I gotta move this because it's not centered over the kids' beds. Holy Lord. Can I just see the outside wall, please? And then I also visited San Antonio. We did like the river walk and all that stuff. But Texas is not for me, for sure. It's too hot, too much. I understand that so much. I'm ready to move. Yeah, I don't know how you do the heat. I can't do that. The heat is not for me. I would rather stick my head in an oven, honestly. Truthfully, I would rather stick my head in an oven. Like, I'm not even making jokes. Look at me with 2 of these freaking toys. What an ass. Alright, let's put that in. There we go. I don't need that out there anymore. Sandman! Hello! Thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you're having a great day. We're just, talking about mental health and food, because food always makes people happy, don't you think? I love food. And then we're talking about mental health coping strategies. My views and Texas culture don't jive. I am right there with you, Loki. I keep thinking that's like green fart like that kid little boy did earlier. Speaking of food, got you on whilst I prepare dinner. Ooh, what are we having for dinner today, Sandman? You know, that makes me realize I didn't take anything out for dinner today. I'll have to figure that out on the fly. Not saying people of Texas are bad, but we see the world differently. Correct. Just because they're from Texas, or honestly anywhere really, doesn't make you a bad person. It's just that we don't agree. And here's the thing, you're never gonna find any other human anywhere on this earth that will absolutely agree with 100% of the things that you believe. Because their life experience is different. And I think that's part of what makes us such a beautiful mixing pot of things. Pork chops, mashed peas, and sweet corn. Ooh. Guess it depends on which part of Texas. Never been there, so I have no clue. Yes. Even regionally. Like the South has, as a culture, has a certain mindset that, you know, the Northeast and the West don't have. Or the Midwest sees things differently than, you know, it is what it is. And I think that's what makes it so wonderful and so unique and just in general, like people are people. They're not just a bad person. They're not a bad person just because they don't agree with you. It's their choices. You know? I mean, we won't go there. We won't get into that because it's more of a politics thing, I feel like. But just as people, no 2 people are ever going to agree on absolutely everything. And that's okay. You know, my cup of coffee might not be your cup of tea. Exactly. No 2 people will ever agree on every point. That is not what's going to happen. Now, your cup of tea is not my cup of coffee. But we can still be friends. Correct. You know how boring life would be if we were all just the same? That would be atrocious. Makes it more beautiful, does it not? I need to focus on these kids here for a second. Why are the parents exhausted? What are they? Well, they're energized. Okay. Very energized. Oh, good. I think, like, when it comes to meeting people and getting to know people and learning a lot about them, food is one of my favorite ways to get to know somebody. Everyone, everyone eats. Everyone has to eat food. Like, it's one thing that we all share, that we all absolutely need. Having different opinions is what makes us individuals. It's trying to respect others' opinions rather than arguing over them that is the issue. Correct. I 100% agree, Sandman. And a lot of normal is so boring. Loki, define normal for me. Like Tiz has on her, Tiz and somebody else that I watch on their stream has neurodivergent as one of their... Correct. That's exactly it, Spectral. What is normal anymore? A couple of people that I watched, Tiz being one of them, they put neurodivergent as one of the tags for their stream. And so the phrase neurodivergent makes me think of the book series made into movies called Divergent. Like, it's not... They're afraid of the people that have a different mindset, and that's not... So they say, oh, well, somebody who's neurodivergent has an atypical mindset. No. Yes. Sort of, yeah. The way that we perceive the world is differently, but it doesn't mean that we're not normal. Our brains are just hardwired differently than the neurotypical person. Normal, I think, nowadays just means what the majority do or like, but there's no wrong with not going along with that. Yeah, the socially acceptable norms. Yes. And we'll call that like the neurotypical behavior. Not all of us are that way. And I think that's the best part of it, honestly. Is the differences. Just like if you're making dinner and you only season it with salt. That's awful. It's not going to taste good if there's just salt. No. And the same thing when you make something sweet, if you only put sugar. It's going to be too sweet. Like, you need a little bit of salt in your cookies. It's in every cookie recipe. Little bit of salt. You gotta find balance. And I think the thing that we forget is we don't have to agree with everyone on everything. You just have to respect it that it's that person's opinion. In your view, it may be the wrong opinion, but maybe you haven't been through the same thing that other person has been through, and that's why their perspective is different. Because of how their life experiences have shaped their beliefs. And that's what makes it more fun. The best and most beautiful people I have met always felt outside the norm. Here's the thing. I think the norm fits less people than the world would like you to believe. And that's, when our grandparents were kids, that's, there's a strict standard. And in some cultures, there still are those strict standards and beliefs that you have to follow. But it doesn't mean it's wrong. Like the Mennonite community that lives up in upstate New York near where my wife's family's from. They dress a certain way. They have certain religious beliefs. They limit their amount of, power tools and electricity and all that they use. That doesn't make them weird or wrong. It's just what they believe. It's what works best for them, And just because that's the way that they think, it doesn't mean it's the wrong way to do things. Definitely not the easiest way to do things. I imagine not having any electricity and just having basic things. Every time you wanted to mix something, you had to do it by hand. Anytime you wanted to read, you'd need to light a candle. Or anytime it was dark and you needed light, you need to light a candle or a lantern or... My Lanta, that's such a difficult life. That's not an easy way to live. But it's what they know and it's what they enjoy and it's what they're happy with. Doesn't make them wrong. know. It's just... I don't know where today's conversation has gone, but I guess the takeaway here is... How do I put this? Focus on what's important to you and to hell with what anybody else thinks. Chick-fil-A, it makes my soul happy. Squeaky, I don't support the Chick-fil-A, but that's okay. And there's an example of it right there. Just because I don't buy from Chick-fil-A doesn't mean you can't. And I hope you enjoy it because their chicken is delightful. Absolutely delightful. A Chick-fil-A sandwich with Chick-fil-A sauce. And I hope you enjoy every bite. I really do. The conversation goes where it needs to go. I know. And I try not to edit it. There's a few topics I'd like to make sure that we stay away from. It's easy to talk, theory and theoretics and whatnot, but I don't want to talk points of view that are just... There's just some things that we don't need to get into. It happened in a stream earlier this year. After that incident in Texas. Totally support you on that front. Yep. But some people like the Chick-fil-A. And if you like the Chick-fil-A, I hope you enjoy your Chick-fil-A. Not my cup of tea. But I hope you enjoy it. All the same. I do homemade chicken sandwiches. And we have sweet and hot pickle chips. So they're sweet like regular bread and butter chip pickles. But then they have a little bit of heat and they're oh so delightful. Not overpowering. Just enough to get a nice little slight burn in my mouth, but not like my mouth is on fire. You're my cup of tea. Aw, Squeaky. I know I'm not everybody's. And that's okay too. Like, it's just part of living this crazy thing we call life. What I really want to know, the really important thing... Hang on, I gotta pause this game and put my controller down for this. The biggest question I have is, who decided that I was old enough to supervise myself? Who made that decision? Because I'm not always 100% sure that I should be making decisions like this. Who decided that I was an adult? I know my age says that I am, but who decided that me specifically, it was a good idea to let me choose my own path? I think that was a terrible idea. Be like, you get to be responsible for all your shit now. Good luck with that. I'll fight to the death for Demon. Loki, I will fight to the death for you too, friend. For all you guys. I don't know. I'm that person that no matter how badly I've been treated, I would never let somebody else be treated that way. Even if it was someone who hurt me, I would never hurt them the way that they hurt me. I just don't operate that way. Ocean, you guys are so sweet. We're just people. I feel like the one thing that really connects a lot of people, and the one thing that I found on Twitch that I want to keep as a big part of the community, is that we all have this same respect for one another, and we would all be willing to stand up for each other. Everybody stands there side by side, all equal people, up and down both sides, and if one person can't stand, there's two people right there to pick them back up and help them stand. And that's really what I wanted for the community that I'm trying to build here with you guys, and I really appreciate the fact that you guys feel the same way, because I feel like it's important. I remember being a kid and life being so different, and now the world is such a scary, judgmental place, and I don't want to leave that for my nieces and my nephews, and I don't know, I just feel like the world is so miserable all the time that my biggest goal is to be a little bit of a shining light and a source of happiness for anybody. And if I can do that, then I'm doing everything I can. It took a long time and pain to get to this point, but it's beautiful and free. It is. Just know you have changed my life for the better. I love this kind of squeaky. My little heart. There's my little heart for you, Squeaky. Do you see it? It's right here. It's just anything that I can do to make this world a little bit nicer than it is right now. If I can have that positive impact on anyone, I would like to be that person. I don't know. I would imagine my therapist would tell me that's got to do with some things up in here, but that doesn't really matter though, does it? I just want every person to receive the same amount of respect. Unless they've proven that they're not worthy of it. But everyone deserves a chance, you know? And I'm glad that you feel that way, Squeaky. That means a lot to me. And this community of people that I found via Twitch has been such an incredible thing. Like, I'm so lucky that whether it's within the streaming community or whether it's friends that I found from just playing video games, to some of the really good friends that I have, you know, that live close by, they'll shape you, you know? I may not be able to change the world, but maybe I can help change it. Correct! That's exactly it. So, like, when I was a kid and when I was in school, I didn't have a whole lot of guidance. My guidance counselor sucked, and he didn't give me, like, oh, what are you interested in? Like, these are different things that you could do as an adult that, you know, follow along your interest. I thought forever that I wanted to be a vet. My mom said from the time I could talk, and I knew, you know, what I wanted, I would always tell her that I wanted to make doggies feel better. And as I got older, I understood that that involved more than just dogs. And I still have family members who I wrote as a child, I wrote little coupons for their pets to be seen by me for free when I was a vet. That fell apart my sophomore year of high school because I had to put my very first dog that I've had my entire life down. And I was like, I could never cause that kind of heartache for another person. Like, I couldn't take someone else's pet away from them, even if it's for the right reasons. Even if it's for the right reasons, because the dog, you know, couldn't be a dog anymore. I couldn't do that to someone. And after that, I had no idea what I wanted to do with myself. And I guess at that point, I just didn't realize, like, what I was passionate about was helping other people. Like, so much so that I had a friend in high school whose life I saved. If I hadn't, you know, told her parents and her counselors, she would have passed away before we graduated from high school. Maybe I could have done that, but I feel like at least now I know what my beliefs are, and I know what's important to me, and I just let my heart guide me now. I don't, most of the time. Sometimes my anxiety brain or my trauma brain or, you know, my depression sort of takes the wheel, and it takes me a while to gain control of it again, but at the same time, I mean, I let my heart make the decisions for me. And that's advice I try to give other people too. Like, they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, I want to do this, but I think I should do that. And my response is always, take everybody else out of the equation. Your husband, your wife, your kids, you know, your aunts and uncles, your parents. Take everything else out of the equation. Focus solely on you. And listen to what your heart says. Because I have to remind myself of this daily. I have a little post-it note stuck to my mirror in the morning when I get up and get dressed and brush my teeth and stuff. And I see the reminder every day that I lost my train of thought. That's my brain going 500 miles an hour. I have the post-it on my mirror. I can't even tell you what the post-it says at the moment because I lost my train of thought. Totally gone. Everything. Everything I was just talking about, totally out of my brain. It's okay. Just roll with it, roll with it, roll with it. I was going to talk about something my therapist tells me that I wrote on a post-it note in the mirror in the bathroom that I have to remind myself every day. It's like my little mantra. But I totally blanked on it all right now. I don't know where it was going to take the conversation either, so I can't pull the pieces back together. Nope, totally gone. 100% gone. Kind of rattle it all around in the old noggin here, but no, it's gone. It's just gonna be. I just follow my heart. Let my heart guide me. No, okay, we're just gonna move on. If it comes back to me, great. If not, oh well. It's gonna consume me now. Here comes that anxiety, because I know there was a point. We were totally building, we were flying down this road, and now there's an avalanche in the middle of the road, and I have no idea where we were going. Crap. I hate that. That's the worst. It's the worst. I felt like it was going to be something profound, too. I was so excited to say this one thing, and now it's poof. Just like Harry Potter. Poof. Crap. So, we'll circle around. We'll just tie it all in. So that's sort of why I created my community and why I want to focus one day a week on mental health. Moving forward, it will go back to Wednesdays. Today was a fluke because my doctor's appointment took way too long yesterday, so we bumped it to today. I was so bummed about it. But here we are. We're doing it today. And tomorrow we'll go back to, next week we'll go back to Wednesdays, 3 p.m. as usual for our Wellness Wednesday. Fun. I don't even play, I told you, I promised you, I wrote it down. I will make a just chatting screen today to have for next week. Because I feel like half the time we're just sitting here in a pause menu and we're not even playing, I'm just chatting. And I feel like I can make it more interactive. So we're gonna do that. That'll be the plan for Wednesdays. But my goal, like where I see my community going, is just something welcoming and a safe place where you can just be yourself, and to hell with whatever is going on in your life. At least for whether you're here for a minute just to say hi, or you're here for 10 minutes, or you come and spend, the entire stream with me for however long I sit here and blabber on about whatever is in my noggin at the moment. If I can bring you a smile for however long you're here, or make you feel like you're not alone, or that you're not weird, or you're not, not normal. Just for a little bit, just to remind you that, like, you're not alone. And there are plenty of like-minded people who are here for you, and just a safe place. The way I described it to my therapist when she asked me why I wanted to do a Wellness Wednesday theme was because a lot of times I forget that I'm not the only one who struggles with my same mental health issues. No two cases of any mental illness are going to be if you put me in the room with 4 other people who have anxiety, depression, and PTSD, we may all have those same 3 diagnoses, but none of those experiences are the same. What I went through and what those other people went through, everybody's lens is a little different. And that's exactly it, Loki. Loved and accepted for who you are. But also, like, the way I described it to my therapist was, I want my community to be a place where people who are carrying a heavy weight are not alone, and they have someone to help carry that weight. It's not so much of a burden if you're not carrying the weight on your shoulders by yourself, Let me take one of the bags. Let me take a few of the bags if I can. If you feel like you can't stand up anymore, lean on me and I will help you stand. People have done that for me, and now I need to do that for other people. I don't talk about it much, We'll keep it a little vague, but I've been down the dark hole and felt really alone and like nobody cared, and I came really close to not making it out. But I had someone in my life who looked out for me, and because of them, I am still here. And now I want to be that for someone else. What an awesome goal for your community. Thank you, Spectral. Because that's what, that's what my heart tells me. I can't be a therapist because I can't even work out my own stuff in my brain. Like, I don't feel like that is how I can help. But I feel like I can share my, story as much as I can and share what I do for myself that maybe will help you, and just to remind everyone that, like, you're not alone. Now, there are always more options. Making me think of what I would want my community when I start streaming. That's just it. Like, when I hurt my back and was unable to continue working, my wife recognized right away, like, I needed something. And she suggested, like, why don't you stream? Like, you play video games anyway, but streaming would be a great way for you to enjoy gaming but still, have that social interaction. And then I had to decide how I wanted that to affect me. You are not alone was the exact thing I was thinking at the exact same time. I think that's what brings... You see, Duncan, he wants me to tuck him into the blanket. Hang on. Come here, bud. Little alopecia pup. There you go. You good? There we go. He's all tucked in. Absolutely, Loki. Stronger together. I grew up in a high school pretty much alone and ignored, so I would want a community where that is absolutely not the case. Exactly. And, when I decided to stream, it wasn't just, like, maybe I could make money. That's, it's not that. That's not it at all. There could be no money in it. It's the relationships that matter to me. People I've met through streaming are some of the best relationships that I have ever had. And thank God I have the wife that I have, because she carries the full financial load for the both of us and the health insurance. And she works 6 days a week. She works 60 plus hours a week. So I can sit here and do this. And it's been such a cathartic thing for me. I won't heal anybody. I don't want that responsibility. That's too much responsibility. But for anyone who's having a hard time, for me to say, hey, take my hand, like, I got you. And then when I need it, I know I can turn around and be like, guys, I'm not okay. And that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. You just gotta tell someone when you're not. And Spectral, I think, that's what brought a lot of us together, is this similar people with, like-minded individuals, and that's what's so beautiful about it. We all experience the world completely differently, but our mindsets are so similar that they sort of, meld together a bit, and it's my favorite part. I can't change what happened to me my whole, childhood and some of my adult life. I can say money helps, but when you have it, you see it really doesn't matter. See, money is just a means to an end, right? I don't need to have all this extra money as long as, like, it's not... Yes, money makes things easier, but that's not the goal, Lets me do good things for others. Yes. And, hopefully I'll be able to get back to work. Workers' comp finally got some stuff going for my back, so hopefully I can do those things and go back to work, and then I'll still have my stream and it'll be wonderful. And then I'll be able to do the same, I don't know, it's just, I like the way it sounds. It sounds so, like, how I see it in my mind, it's just this constant driving force that's ahead of me. Like, it's every day it's something attainable. Should never be the goal, absolutely. The goal for me is something that brings happiness here. Anybody can stand there with their bills, you know. Money only makes you so happy. It's what's in here that provides a true happiness. And that's my focus. Whether it's one person a day, or one person a week, or one person a month, or maybe just that one friend that I saved in high school. Maybe that's it. If you focus on money, you will end up failing eventually because people see right through. Yeah. And even still, even if we take streaming out of the equation, my driving force for anything that I do, any job that I've taken, has never been for the financial benefit. It's a means to an end in a way and allows me to continue to live my life. But the goal is not to have money, is not to make $1 million and, be able to do whatever I want. It's to have an impact on somebody else's life that drives me. Is it nice to have some money as a financial cushion in case shit hits the fan? Of course it is. But that's not where my heart and my happiness lie. It's in maybe I just saved that one friend in high school and that's as far as it goes for me, but I'm not going to change what I do. Not going to change how I feel. Because at the end of the day, if I said I don't have any money, but Squeaky said to me what she said today that I've helped her, that is worth so much more. Money is not an issue and has not made me happy. My dog moved my heart. Yeah, that's it. It's the relationships we make that really matter to me the most, You could be Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk and have all this money, but there's no guarantee of happiness. There's no guarantee. Who knows, what they think of themselves. But I know, for me, you all, when I wake up every day, is what I think about, not my bank account. Exactly. That's exactly it. And since I'm not working right now, my focus has been every day, what is one thing I can do today that would help somebody else? And today, making sure I had this stream because I didn't do it yesterday was the main objective for today. Because maybe somebody's having a really rough day and they come here and they hang around and they watch me yell at Sims for a little bit or say something dumb or, twist my words and they smile. Maybe that's the only time they'll smile all day. That makes a difference, I used to be that person who didn't really have much to smile about. And now I want to give somebody something to smile about, which is why I'm willing to wear a stupid banana costume on Halloween. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't see the announcement on Facebook and Twitter, I put the poll up for y'all to vote for my Halloween cosplay / costume for the Visage stream on Halloween. It's in my Discord. Yeah, welcome to join. It's in the announcement section of the Discord. Y'all can vote. There's 4 options there. It looks like the banana is probably going to win, which I'm not thrilled about, but I will be here if that's the one that wins. I will be here on October 31st, dressed as a banana with a couple of Moroccos, and I will be singing the peanut butter jelly song in my banana costume with those Moroccos. It's funny how, as I've been getting older, how much culture at work and community here in Twitch is much more important to me. Like we have all said, it's about the people and the relationships we build together. And that's it. I feel like there's nothing more satisfying than knowing that you had a positive impact on somebody else's life. Whether it was a huge impact or a small impact, or you just one smile or one nice word or just passing glance at somebody that made them feel special for a moment. Should get a hammock and For anybody who watches the VOD later, Loki said you should get a hammock and wear it over your banana costume. I could... Maybe I get one of those freestanding hammocks and I move the futon out of the way. And I sit in the hammock in my banana costume. I like y'all more than actual people I know. This is my safe space. And that's what I want, Swiggy. That's absolutely what I want, is for this to be a safe space for everyone. Where they can share the weight that they carry, you know? Mike, I banana appropriate. Absolutely. I told you, when you call the iron banana the I banana, it sounds like a bootleg Apple product sold out of a taco truck in a Walmart parking lot. That's fantastic. It's fantastic. I see that we've come full circle now, and I love it. Hi, Lynn J. I'm so sorry I missed your emotes. How are you, my friend? I hope you're having a great day. We're having a little bit of a sentimental moment there. But yeah, I think that's really what matters the most, right? It's the relationships we make and the people you meet. And it's being a positive light for someone who may not have that anywhere else. Whether it's 5 minutes, an hour, a day, a week, a month. Maybe that one time. And just like, a good example, let me throw this out there, and I think that after that, that's where we'll end for today. I gotta go put some ice on my back. It's not feeling so great. It's actually coming up on a year now. Last December, I was playing Trials, actually. My friends had convinced me that if I went to Destiny and did freelance Trials, I would have a much better time and I could probably get to the lighthouse flawlessly without struggle. And I, for some dumb, naive reason, believed that might be a possibility. So I played some banana, and I got like a wicked, wicked toxic message from some dude. That he was just picking on me, and he was picking on my two friends who had convinced me that I should try the banana. And he just sent me like a super toxic message. I'm trying to pull it up now so I can give you the real talk. But he was being like really mean and really derogatory, and as most of my experiences have gone when people have picked on me, you know, it's about me being a woman and I should be in the kitchen and not playing Xbox, and just asshole things that assholes say to get under your skin. And instead of being angry and being mean and being spiteful to this person, I was actually a little sarcastic, but also very kind. And after he messaged me twice and I messaged him back something slightly sarcastic but mostly nice, he finally said to me, "I'm so confused." I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, I'm toxic and rude to you and you hit me with sarcasm and kindness? And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Why?" And I said, "Because I don't know what you're going through. Maybe you're having a hard time. Maybe you don't have anybody to talk to. And how you deal with it is to take it out on people you don't know and be mean to people, and that's what makes you happy. But it doesn't mean I should be mean to you." And he told me that I was right, and that people were always mean to him, and he was always picked on and bullied. So when he plays video games, he becomes the bully because he's tired of being picked on. And nobody had ever been nice to him before. Everybody always was just toxic back. And I don't know if that... I highly doubt. He had to be a young kid. Based on the way he was writing his words, he had to be a teenager. With all his short, nonsensical... I can't read text messages anymore. They're like hieroglyphics these days. I don't The way they shorten things and it's all consonants and no vowels or all vowels or just it makes my brain hurt just to think about. I don't do that. But like the kid was nice to me ever since, and like for weeks afterwards he would just, if he saw me on, he would say, hey, like, how's things? And I would message him back and, ask him how he was or how they were or how she was. I don't really know. I don't know anything besides the gamer tag of the individual, but when I said, well, I don't know what you're going through, maybe you're just having a hard time, so you taking it out on somebody to make yourself feel better. And he told me that I was right, and maybe just for that one moment that person felt seen. And for a lot of times, many years of my life, I didn't feel seen at all, and I know what that's like, Meeting, no problem, Loki. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. I don't know, I just feel like whether that kid only felt seen for a minute, 5 minutes, an hour, maybe he, had some validation for the rest of that day. Hopefully it was a positive impact on his day, but I know damn well I am not going to provide a negative impact. I had some random friend request come through on Facebook, and look at the Hitman, have the best day, you deserve it. He really does, Squeaky. He is such a great guy. Being seen in a moment is sometimes all it takes. That's precisely it. Spectral. It really is. Just, you never know how close somebody is to a tipping point. Either direction. It's like that perfectly balanced seesaw that's not leaning either way. But how you treat that person could tip it one way or the other. And my goal is to always tip it to the good side so they feel good about that day or themselves. And they feel validated and seen and heard. And like when I know somebody's having a rough day, like my best friend is going through a lot right now. And, I always tell her, listen to her heart before she makes a decision. And to let me know if there's anything I can do to be there for her. And I want to offer this to you guys too. That whether you need someone to listen and give you their opinion of a situation, whether you just want somebody to sit there and listen and not say anything either way and just let you vent, or if you just need someone to sit in a room with you. Rez! Hi, Rez. I hope you're having a great day. Where was I going? My brain is not working today. Talking about making sure people are seen. Talking about the difference that I made. How I want to tip the scales towards good. Oh, I came into something heavy. Just a little bit, Rez, but that's okay. We're just talking about how I envision my, my community here on Twitch and what I want for the community to be. I want to be that person that makes you feel seen when you're having a hard time. You can come to me and I can listen to everything that you want to vent and get off your chest. And then I can give you tips and tricks and advice to the best of my ability. Or I can just be that person that sits there, just that ear that is there to hear what you have to vent. Or, what I feel like is the most profound of them, is the one where we just sit together and nobody says anything at all. But just someone to be there with you so you can feel whatever you're feeling and not have to do it alone. Took me a second, but I came back around, Rez. Thank you. I appreciate you. I feel like that's the most important one because sometimes, like, I'll feel a certain way and I don't need somebody to validate me. I don't want to be alone while I try to deal with that emotion, So that's what I want to provide for other people. Even if they come and sit in my stream and do not ever say a word, if they just need somebody to share the same space with, I want to be that person. I don't need to know your whole story. I don't need to know anything. Besides, you just need someone to sit with you. And if you ever feel that way, I hope you would reach out to me, whether it's a Twitch whisper, or in my Discord, or on Facebook, or on Twitter, or on Instagram, or on TikTok. Misty Min, you're amazing. Thank you, Rez. I don't ever want anybody to feel as lost and desperate and hopeless as I have felt. I don't want that. I've been there. I don't ever want to go back there, but if I can help anybody, even one person, not get there. I know Squeaky said being a stay-at-home parent is very difficult. It's very isolating when most of your social interactions are with, mini-me's all day. Does carrier pigeon count too? Dude, anyway, if you need to roll it up and spit it out a straw and send it across the country, let me know. I want to be that person for you guys if you need me. Never hesitate to reach out. That's my driving force, really. I don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything other than I need somebody to sit with me. Whether it's something that you're excited about and happy about and you just want to share that excitement. If you want to talk and tell me everything you're upset about or excited about or afraid of, I want to be that person for you. That made me giggle. Good, I'm glad, Rez. I mean, put it in a blow dart if you have to. And when I regain consciousness, I'll take a look. Whatever I can do. Even if the only impact I have on your life is this big, I don't care. Because I don't want anyone to feel the way I felt if I can help it. I got really deep today. Good Lord. Kind of shake that out for a minute. All right. I do have to wrap it up because it's almost time for my therapy appointment. Let's see who's hanging out today. Sorry, my therapist was just texting me to confirm my appointment. Oh, you know what, Rez? I don't have the hug command. I'm going to have to figure that out. This was a deep dive, Squeaky. You are not kidding. Holy moly. Cleaned out some cobwebs there today. I do have to get ready to go to my therapy appointment. So let's take a minute to see who is streaming right now. Shall we? What kind of games are we feeling? What do y'all want to see? We can do another just chatting. How do y'all feel about some Phasmo? Y'all like some Phasmo? Have a day as amazing as you are. Moon Lover, hello, welcome in. Who needs therapy when it's free for someone to just say, it be like that? You're not kidding, Rez. Amazing stream, Demon. Came for some Sims and got some real talk instead. Well, I hope you enjoyed the little bit of Sims that there was. I know there wasn't a lot. I will keep y'all updated on how it goes. I will put them all here one more time. Those are all my socials, including my Discord. Y'all are always welcome to come hang out in Discord. It's not a very big Discord, but I'm working on it. You guys need anything, any of those social media channels, do not hesitate to reach out. Let's do Scary Game. Haven't rated Kirsty in a long time, so we'll go check out Kirsty. Let that go. What? Did I spell it wrong? Plot twist, we live in a Sims realm. Dude, I said to my wife the other day, completely joking, of course, but I said to her, how would you feel if you woke up one day and realized that this whole thing was a fucking simulation? How would you feel? Can I not spell her name? Kiirssteep. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. I know we got a little deep today. But I hope maybe you're feeling a little better, or I at least hope you know that if you were to ever need anything, that I am here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out. Remember to take care of yourself. Make sure you have something to eat. Drink some water. If you got your meds, make sure you take your meds. Be kind to yourself. And most importantly, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.